Okay, hey guys, good afternoon and welcome to another YouTube live conversation with me, with us. My name is Glory Elijah, and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. I'm super excited that we're doing this today. My sincere apologies that you cannot see me today. You can't see my face today. And that is because I am having some technical issues over here that will not allow me to, turn on my video, turn on my cameras. So my sincere apologies, but just know that today's conversation is going to be great. All right. You can hear my voice. I can hear your voice. I can see your engagements in the comment section. That is all that really matters. All right. I can visualize seeing all of you just like I always do every Saturday and every other time that I post my videos, of course. So doesn't really matter if you can see my face today or not. All right. Let's just have fun. All right. But anyways, once again, you're all specially welcome to today's live conversation. I am super excited that we're doing this today again. And that is because there's just a lot to unpack. There's a lot to dissect. There's a lot to discuss, right? Before we get into it, first off, I want to give a massive shout out to those of you amazing folks in the comment section who have been here since 3 p.m. Some of you even came before 3 p.m. I just want to extend my deepest gratitude to all of you. Thank you so much for being on time. Thank you so much for being so early. I mean, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. What can I say? I am really grateful. I am really grateful. I can see someone asking for the link already. Don't worry, I will share the link in no time. All right. As we normally do it on here, I first of all give some sort of preamble comments or just a bit of analysis, and then I go ahead and share the link for everybody to come on here and share their opinion. So, Aisha, I see you. I know you're eager to talk. Don't worry, you're going to come on here very soon. All right. The moment I drop the link in the comment section, then the floor will be open for everybody to speak. All right. So, yeah, thank you so much for your excitement. I'm super pumped as well. Anyways, once again, massive shout out to every single one of you that came here on time. Thank you so much. And my apologies for coming up late again. I'm becoming a perpetual latecomer, but I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyways, let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I put out a video earlier today where I was expressing my frustration at what the season has become. Now, do not get me wrong. The season is progressing at its own pace. We are not having the usual everyday type of fights as we would normally have as we normally had in past seasons, right? This season is quite unique. It is one of a kind. It comes with its own energy. It comes with its own flair. And the flair that I see is most of these housemates are trying so hard to play mind games. However, the kind of mind games that they are playing is mind games that are completely wrapped up in shipping. And that is where I personally have a problem. That is where I'm getting bored, right? And Oyi and Flora were having a conversation just a few minutes ago before I came on live. And as they were speaking, Oyi especially hit the nail on the head. And I was just giving this girl massive accolades because she knows what's up. This girl, she's so observant. She knows what's up. She said that this season, they want to turn the season to shipping house. In other words, Love Island, the Big Brother Naija Love Island season. Everybody is literally trying to play the same kind of strategy. And it is driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy because they are all copying one another and they're trying to do the same thing. Now, they're trying, I give it to them. They are trying in their own different ways to show the complications and the dynamics in human relationship, right? However, it's like this one will sit down, watch this one play a particular gameplay, and then decide, okay, fine, let me just copy and do the same thing. And that's what they've been doing. And sometimes it's exciting. Other times it's just, oh my God, it's annoying because it's like you're watching the same thing happening in one full day. And then it makes you wonder, like, where is the creativity? Where's the innovation in strategies? Where is it gone? And to be quite frank with you, I can't even blame these housemates. I blame us, the viewers. Maybe not myself. Maybe those of you who are lovers of shipping. I blame you people. You people are the enablers of this nonsense. You people enable these housemates every season to come and ship like their life depends on it. Because when they watch the show from outside, they see that, oh, the kind of strategies that people really celebrate the most, they are the ones that are actually shipping and shipping and shipping. So when they come into the house, everybody too wants to be in a relationship. To the point that even Tram, that we were all praising and celebrating just last week for being the ultimate instigator of the season. Just this morning, this guy was gushing in the kitchen over his kiss with Tammy. And then suddenly, Tram, who we all thought was hard guy, suddenly Tram wants to start a ship. Tram wants to start a ship with Tammy. And they've already started having conversations. And it is so wild. I am looking at this guy, and for a moment right there, it felt like the guy was in love. Because he literally made a statement that, that kiss gave him a spark. You know, the kind of spark that he hasn't felt in a long time. And I'm like, oh no. The one person whom we thought would give us a massive show this season, just in week 3, suddenly he's feeling a spark. And you know what's up whenever they talk about feeling a spark? When they feel a spark, they begin to want to come and start doing, they spend 1 million years beneath the sheets, kissing and talking about beautiful nonsense. It's so sad. It's so sad. Like, it's so weird to even think about Tram catching feelings. It's like watching Hogan with all of his muscles just suddenly just melting just because of one kiss with braces on. It's not like you even kissed with your full teeth or your full tongue. You kissed with braces on. And you're already screaming about, I felt a spark. If you now remove the braces, what would you be feeling when you kiss? My gosh. So freaking annoying. I'm frustrated, ladies and gentlemen, because yesterday, these housemates literally had nothing to do. So the whole day, they had the whole day to gossip, to gist, to exchange saliva, and to talk and talk and talk. And it was all about some freaking ship. Oh my God. Even when I was making the video and analyzing the conversations, I was losing my mind. It felt like somebody put a gun to my head and said, analyze this thing right now, you bloody twat. And I said, okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to analyze. And I was analyzing, and I was just so bored. Even with my own analysis, it's annoying at this point. It's annoying. And the one that really pisses me off the most is Araga. You see that guy? If I enter that house, oh my goodness, I'm going to drag Araga by his biceps and his abs. Because that guy just carried fine body into the house for nothing. And the only thing we are seeing is him trying to replicate the nonsense that Ozo did in a season. It's like he drew inspiration from Ozo. He drew inspiration from Saga, the forefathers of loving stupidly and blindly in Big Brother Naija. He drew inspiration from those people. Now, the way he's following Godessa up and down. I'm looking at this guy. I'm trying to understand his strategy. Now, don't get me wrong. I see his gameplay. I see what he's trying to achieve. I see what he's trying to do. I see it. Now, in case you don't know, let me tell you what Araga is trying to do, yeah? Araga is trying to play the role of the lover that is stupidly in love with a girl, that would take and condone any nonsense that she puts his way. He would condone, he would accept her the way she is, even though she's flirting with all the guys in the house, he would just take it and swallow the shame. All for love. And then every time the girl offends him, he'll be the one to go and apologize so that they will make peace. He will make her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He will massage her feet, give her full body massage, and then give her intimacy whenever she wants intimacy at night. Declare his love, profess his love, confess his love. All the thing about just declaring your love all day, all night, Araga would do it. Now, what does Araga think he's doing? For him, he thinks he's actually trying to paint a scenario to the viewers that, look at me. I'm a hopeless man in love, but this girl is treating me wrong. So if there's anybody who should save and feel pity for and give the money, 160 million, it should be me, Araga. That's the bloody strategy that man is playing in that house. And it pisses me off every fucking time I see him in action. Because it's just so annoying. Ah! There are days when Araga would unleash and you'll be so excited, like, oh my God, yes, Araga is playing again. Before you know it, you'll now go and beg Godessa again. Now, speaking about Godessa herself, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie. I actually enjoy the game she's playing. Don't get me wrong. Godessa is a fantastic gamer. Yeah? Godessa came to the show prepared. If anybody tells you Godessa doesn't know what she's doing, then they have not taken out time to really watch and study Godessa. Godessa knows what she's doing. Godessa studied the show, yeah? And I feel like she had to sharpen her skills in manipulation, her skills in instigating. Godessa is really good. She's really good at playing mind games. She's really good at seduction. She's really good at getting into people's heads. She's really good at drawing attention to herself. You see that thing they call femme fatale? Godessa has perfected the act and the art of playing it, of using it to her advantage. And that's exactly what she's doing in that house. And for some of the guys, they think it's not working. Hello, it's actually working. However, what she is doing is she is trying to complicate things for herself unnecessarily. And I'm going to tell you how she's doing that. Now, she already has Araga at her beck and call, right? There's no harm in her trying to increase her family members. What do I mean? By adding more guys to the list of guys who are fawning over her, right? And so she tried to bring in Yusuf. Araga went to go and block, went to go and warn Yusuf in a friendly manner, of course. Oh, stay away, literally marked his territory. And then she realized, okay, fine. I have Barry. And then she's currently chasing after Barry, telling Barry to also chase her in return, blah, blah, blah. And Barry knows the game that she's playing. And Barry is actually enjoying it. You know why? Because Barry is smart as hell. Barry is not dumb. Barry has seen for himself that this girl, she's got a solid game going. She's got a ship that possibly has a lot of the viewers watching the show just to see the nonsense that they do. And she possibly has a lot of highlights, right? So let me jump on a train so that I can also catch some attention. So that's what Barry is doing. Now, Barry is not stupidly doing what Godessa wants. No, Barry is doing what Barry wants to do because he had actually disclosed his strategy to Big Brother during his diary section last week. That this is what he wants to do. He wants to try to get us to get close to as many people as possible. Barry is smart. Barry is not dumb. Barry knows what Barry is doing. However, back to Godessa. The part where I feel like Godessa is trying to complicate matters for herself is she's making it very obvious that she desperately wants Barry and any other guy to chase her. And you see, in this game of seduction, you cannot you cannot expose your cards completely. You cannot show your fellow competition in the house that this is what I am aiming at. Because at the moment, her gameplay is exposed. Everybody in the house now knows that this is what Godessa is doing. So nobody is confronting her. Instead, what they are doing is they are making plans to play her by her own game. I will always use Kosi Twala of Big Brother Titans as the premium example for how to play this game of seduction. Because Kosi played that game to the point that all the guys that she was turning their head in that house, they knew, but they just could not resist her charm. They just could not resist the way she made them feel. For every of those guys that she interacted with, I'm talking about Yemi Craigs, I'm talking about Tabang, I'm talking about, and what's that other black ones? That one that is dark in complexion. I can't remember his name. That one as well. Was there somebody else? I think there was a fourth person. For every single one of them, they loved how graceful and how charming and how refined and classy she carried herself and how she was in the house. And that was why they were craving her attention. Oh, Miracle OP, thank you so much. They were craving her attention. So even though they knew that Kosi had something going on with that one person, they just could not place their finger on who was Kosi's favorite. So they were all fighting to be Kosi's favorite. And it was so interesting that when Kosi was done with this one person, she would just move on to the other one. For example, if she quarreled with Yemi, she would go and cry on Miracle's shoulder. Miracle was also playing the game, but Miracle also liked Kosi. That was how strong she was in playing that game of seduction. So I am guessing that that is exactly what Godessa is trying to replicate. However, the flaw that Godessa has is that she talks too much. She's literally opening up her cards and she's literally dashing, like feeding free information to the people that she wants to use to play the game. And I'm thinking, girl, sometimes you just need to shut up and watch your manipulative games unfold in front of you. It's not every time you open your mouth and you explain. But regardless of the fact that she's a talkative and she just talks too much and unnecessarily, just don't spill all your cards all the time, I still have to give it to her. Because in that house, she's one of the strongest players. In that house, she's one of the housemates that came prepared for the game. She came to play. And the way I see it, Godessa is probably going to become one of the top 5 housemates. She's going to make it to the finals. I'm just telling you, from what I'm seeing, she's going to make it to the finals. She knows what she's doing. However, she's playing a very risky game because the way she's doing it, it's already exploding in her face. But as time goes on, it might become something that she might not be able to handle. Now, where I want to see her in action is how she's going to now handle it when it explodes in her face. But away from Godessa and Araga now, ladies and gentlemen, the whole house, it seems like everybody is lost at this point. I don't know who told them that shipping is the only way. I mean, look at what Aiko is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a lot of criticisms for Aiko last week. But guess what? Aiko has been working this week. And I will always make reference to what A.B. Okole, one of our wonderful members here, said. She said, a gambit does not always have to be confrontational. And that was very, very apt for me. Because watching Aiko this week, I have seen Aiko grow into the game. Aiko has grown into a gamer, and a very dangerous one at that. You know why? Because these housemates do not see him coming. They don't even see him at all because the guy is silent as a mouse. He does not talk. He does not make noise. He does not show himself. Aiko is so quiet about it. Aiko is very sneaky. Aiko creeps up on you with his kindness, with his niceness, with his softness, with his baby-like mindedness. Aiko creeps up on you without you even knowing that somebody is actually creeping up on you. And that's exactly what he has done to not only Neche, but also Temi and Keivo. He has had conversations with them. Remember the gambit assignment Big Brother gave to him this week for him to make people doubt, their relationships in the house. He did it with Neche. However, I am still waiting for the ripple effect, regarding Neche's one, because he has successfully bought into Neche's heart. According to Neche, he is currently her favorite person in the house. But now, Barry, I do not see how. Barry is so preoccupied with his gameplay with Godessa. So at the moment, Barry has not yet noticed that the gap that he was feeling and has sort of left a bit empty, that Aiko has gradually started filling into that gap in Neche's heart. And that is what I'm waiting to see. The moment Aiko can get Barry to become jealous or to become doubtful of his friendship with Neche, I'm going to be giving Aiko a standing ovation. As a matter of fact, I will tie my wrapper and I'll dance cultural dance for Aiko because that's going to be the ultimate gameplay. You know why? Because Barry is just as smart. Barry is very, very calculative. He's smart. He knows what he is doing. And so you see, Aiko just grew under our noses this week. Just when we thought the guy did not really have a plan, like he's not really doing much. I feel like this assignment that Big Brother has given to him is peeling off his layers. And so we're seeing another side to him. So I'm not going to jump into conclusions that Aiko might not be able to pull it off, but let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Already, I feel like he has made a bit of an impact between Tammy and Keivo because he had a conversation with both of them this week. And there were certain questions he was asking that was making both of them, especially Tammy, to rethink her situation with Keivo. And I want to believe that that was a very, very major contributing factor to why she went to kiss Tram. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I was telling you all on my previous video that I will not believe that Tammy kissed Tram unless Tram bragged about it, because that is his style. So this morning, he was actually releasing that experience, to what's her name now, Godessa and Sheba. So yes, indeed, they actually kissed. And according to him, he was actually flirting with her. He did not think it was going to happen. So Temi had leaned in for the kiss. And that took him unawares. That shocked him. And the thing about Tram is, because he calls himself a flirtatious man, he calls himself the player type of person, people like that easily get shocked when the people that they find unassuming actually take charge of the situation. So in that case with him, Temi had actually taken charge of the situation and had leaned in for the kiss. So that sort of, I think it melted something in him. I think it broke the player in him. But still, let's not be too hasty to say that Tram might just be in love entirely, because for him, he has seen that Keivo has been all over his ass, blocking. Whenever Keivo saw him and Tammy having a conversation like today, Keivo would just come around there, acting like he was doing something that we don't even know about, just trying to eavesdrop on their conversation. And both Tammy and Tram, they are aware, and they're just having a good moment laughing about it. However, I really want to know if Tram is really in love, but I'll be very disappointed if Tram gets into a ship with Tammy, because the character that Tram came into the house with is not to ship. It is not to be in a romantic relationship, no. It is to destroy everything rosy and beautiful that is called a ship. It is to destroy all lovey-dovey moment. It is to destroy and scatter, just be the devil himself in that house. He's supposed to be the villain of the season. So him breaking character now and now discussing potential shipping with Tammy, oh my God, it's such a disappointment. Now, on to Tammy herself. Tammy is also another housemate that is playing a very intriguing game. Intriguing in the sense that she makes very erratic decisions, which her fellow housemates, especially her so-called mommy and daddies in the house, which they deem as childish decisions, right? But as far as I'm concerned, I know that Tammy is pretending to be a baby that she's not. I know that she's pretending. She's actually playing a character. And am I mad at it? Absolutely not. I'm not mad at the character that she's playing. As a matter of fact, she excites me. She excites me. She gets me all curious. Every time she says she wants to do something, I anticipate it. And I love it when a housemate makes me feel that way. I mean, she already gave Keivo a heads up that she was going to do something that he would not like. And Keivo was laughing. He thought it was a joke. And now she did it. And on my previous video, the video I put out earlier today, I had explained that one thing these guys in that house do not understand, i.e. the likes of Yusuf and Tram and Keivo and anybody else, what they don't understand is when these girls use Tram as an escape from them, it is not because they have low self-esteem. It is not because they do not know their worth, because that's what the likes of Keivo and Shiva and Kiva were saying, that, Temi should know her worth. Why would she go and meet someone like Tram? No, because even Shiva herself, when she wanted to cut off completely from Ricky this week, who did she use? Tram. Yes, she and Tram, they're already friends. But there was nothing romantic going on between them until Shiba realized that she did not want to be around Ricky anymore. And so she started getting really cozy with Tram. And that was her way of escape. So does that mean that Shiba has low self-esteem? Does that mean that Shiba does not know her worth? Absolutely not. What those people, the guys especially, what they don't know is that when the ladies use Tram as a way of escape, right, or as a way of retaliation to their so-called love interest in that house, it is to bruise their ego. Because The girls know that the way Tram talks, right? They call it guy talk, but most of the guys don't like it. They feel like Tram is pissing on their ego and they don't like it. It aggravates them. It makes them really mad. And the reaction that the girls are hoping to get, they end up getting it. Because now, even Ricky, that calls Tram his very good friend, that they're close like brothers, Ricky also had one or two crazy stuff to say about Tram this week. Because all of a sudden, the girl that he was trying to get into a relationship in the house, all of a sudden, the girl is now all over Tram. More than before. So, Tammy's gameplay, I find it exciting. I'm excited about it. However, one thing that really, really pisses me off about these housemates, whom I have given a lot of flowers this past 3 weeks, praising them for their smartness and their intelligence. One thing that pisses me off about them is the fact that they are too myopic to see the very, very obvious game that Tammy is playing. Now, what is that game? Tammy is acting like a baby. She says she's the baby of the house. And you see the likes of Godessa and Sheba infantilizing her. The other day, was it yesterday, we were having a conversation and they were like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. When you see that, you should come and hug you. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. And I'm looking at these two aunties in the house. Like they rank as one of the oldest females in the house. Two of the oldest females in the house, including Neche, I think. And the fact that they cannot see that Temi is using them as backup for her game, as smart as they are. I don't know, like, I'm tempted to call them agbayas because that's what they're behaving like. Agbayas. Two grown adults that they have a fly on top of their nose, but they cannot see the fly. They're looking at the fly because the fly is very tiny. They're like, oh my God, you're so cute. Oh my God, you're so cute. That is exactly what Temi is to these girls. Temi is like a fly on their nose. She's doing the most. She's using them to enhance their her game, but they cannot see it. But anyways, before they will know, it might be too late. Now, quickly, I'm going to move on to Abby. Someone said I could talk about Abby. Of course, I'm going to talk about Abby. I feel so sad for Abby because Abby started off this season as the housemate with the strongest personality, the housemate with the most audacious personality, the housemate with, I don't know, let me just leave it at that, the most audacity. She was stepping on toes, she was instigating, she had this whole game of instigating to perfection. She had it to perfection. But then lo and behold, she allowed the housemates to judge her harshly. Of course, the judgments will come, She had it all on lockdown. You know what we talk about? Abby would provoke someone, provoke a bunch of people, and then she will start crying. And then some of the housemates, they will not start feeling sorry for her, and then they'll go and console her, and then they'll go and apologize to her, and then they will not make peace. Abby was doing it week one. Then suddenly, they got into her head. They told her and made her feel like she was a nuisance, like she wasn't supposed to be doing what she was doing. And guess what? Abby voluntarily stepped into the shadows. And currently, Abby is the biggest furniture in the house. Even Aiku, that we thought was a furniture, has elevated his status. Aiku is now very codedly active. These housemates think that where you get highlight is when you are in the house doing house help. You are the maid of the season. You are sweeping house. You are cleaning kitchen. You are cooking for the whole house. Does Abby think that there's a reward for that? I mean, I was so ashamed on Abby's behalf when she had a diary session this week. And Big Brother was asking her, what exactly is her role in the house currently? And she said, oh, I can't live in a dirty place, so I feel like I am the mother of the house. She was saying it with so much confidence and pride. Oh my days. She said, I'm the mother of the house. I cook. I clean, I cannot stay in a dirty environment. So if the housemates think I'm doing too much, then that's their problem. One thing I know is I cannot stay in a dirty environment. I say, madam, please, respectfully, because you're a married woman, oh, but please shut the fuck up. Just shut your trap. Because what exactly do you mean by my role in the house is being the mother? I don't understand. Did you audition to be somebody's mother in Big Brother's house where there's 160 million at stake? At this point, watching Abby this past 2 weeks, it's making me so mad. Now I wish that at least they gave her the role of Gambit. She's probably not really deserving of it, but at least she shouldn't be fighting for that money, because anybody that comes to Big Brother's house to come and do house girl, you are cleaning, you are mopping, you are doing, I am the cleanest in the house. Man, fuck you. If you want to do a maid, go and stay home. Go and clean your home. The Big Brother's house tell you that they need a maid to come and clean the whole place. The hell? It was so annoying. Seriously. See, let me tell you all today. You see, when that house is dirty, I put it to you that those housemates, most of them do not have a personal hygiene problem. Most of them, they do not have a social hygiene problem. They know what they're doing. No? A lot of them deliberately litter the whole house because they want to stir chaos. They want to stir the pot. They know what they're doing. So Abby will be cleaning the house every day. So in your mind, you will clean the whole house till the last day. They will not give you 116 million. Rubbish. So annoying. And I'm so upset because she had the best game. You see what Tram is doing? That was how Abby started off. And she would have been ahead of Tram. So now, you are the house cleaner. I beg, somebody should tell Abby after the show, I need a house help to come and be cleaning my apartment. She should come and be cleaning my house as well. Rubbish. Someone that had a very, very solid game. Even myself, I was trembling at how good she was at the game of manipulation. She should please come and clean my house. Come and clean my apartment after the show. Since you are looking for where to clean, I have all the cleaning tools and reagents. You go clean tire. Because me, I shall have OCD. So when I'm cleaning, I don't want to see any spot. You come and clean my own house. Because this is annoying. I'm taking it personal. Because it's annoying. Abby coming into the house from day one had the potential to be amongst the top 5. I was thinking that, okay, this girl, she's probably going to make top 5. But now, it's looking like this one will soon go home. Because what the hell? What the hell? Now she's doing, I don't want to involve myself in anybody's problem. Or she's not in the shadows. If you don't involve yourself in people's problems, how would you be noticed? How would you get your own highlight? I mean, look at Nomi. Ladies and gentlemen, you see this week? In a way, I was kind of applauding Nomi. You know why? Nomi has been depressed. Nomi has been depressed this week. All that Big Brother punishment and all, it got to her so much as she's very annoying, but she did something very outstanding. For 2 days, I did not hear Nomi's voice. The second day, I did not even see Nomi with my 2 eyes because she was sleeping the whole day. Then guess what? Evening time, they went for pool party. They came back after pool party. When they came back after pool party, immediately, it's as if Nomi had a eureka moment. Hold on a second, though. The viewers have not heard my voice for 2 days. Let me give them something to talk about. Guess what Nomi did? Immediately, she went to, what's his name? Cassie and Kamsi and started talking about Tram. Because that girl is not dumb. She knows that the fastest way to catch viewers' attention is by just fighting unnecessarily. Just bring up one stupid issue and just fight. Just fight. And that was exactly what she did. She came out of her self-isolation, and the first thing that came out of her mouth, the first thing that she was looking for to fight over was Tram. Going to go and remind Cassie of the ultimatum that she gave him, to choose between being friends with Tram or being in a ship with her. And it sparked a lot of conversations again. The internet was going crazy that this girl, Oala is too much. As it is with Nomi, she doesn't really care whether the internet is castigating her or celebrating her. For her, so long as she's giving content, so long as she's relevant on the charts, so long as she's trending, that's just good enough for her. But at this point, Abby is not really doing anything to get people to talk about her with this kind of passion. You see, this kind of passion I'm using to talk about Abby. She's not really doing much for me to want to use this kind of passion to be say, oh my God, I'm so excited. She's not really doing anything. And it's so sad. Another thing again is these housemates, a lot of them go into the diary room with their ears blocked and their brains dead. I'm sorry to say, but that is the case. Because when they go into the diary room and Big Brother is asking them questions, what exactly do they do? Some of them just answer the questions anyhow. They don't reason it out. So when Big Brother was asking, and you see that question of what is your role in the house, it wasn't all the housemates that Big Brother asked that question. So he deliberately asked certain people whom he has noticed are dormant in the house. He deliberately asked those of them that are not really doing anything, active in the house. He deliberately asked them that question: what is your current role in the house? For those who are smart, they would have clocked it. That, oh my goodness, maybe I'm not really impressing the viewers at this point. Okay, it's time for me to do something. So, ladies and gentlemen, pray for Abby if you're a fan, because our days of being in that house is probably coming to an end. She's not really giving anything. And the moment she stops giving or stops delivering, then our exit from the show might be getting closer. Now, let's speak about our two ministers of information in the house, Oyin and Flora. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud of these two girls. I'm so proud of them, especially, if I'm not, no, especially, equally, I'm proud of them because, you see, my biggest fear for Oyin especially was that she's going to come and be trying to replicate what previous winners have done, the ones who like acting ghetto and acting like, oh, we are from the streets, blah, 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 blah. That was the initial strategy that she was sharing us, and it was just so annoying to watch. But now, Oyin has become another analyst in the house. I'm telling you, she has become an analyst in the house. I am enjoying these two girls. Every time I see them on my screen, I increase the volume of my TV because I really want to capture everything, every gist they are spilling. They are very observant. You see those two girls? They are very observant. They see things, and as they are seeing it, they are analyzing it. And you know why those two girls are very important in that house? Yeah? It's like you have a puzzle and you have two pieces to complete the puzzle. They are the missing pieces in that house. It's not like they are missing, but they are essential to whatever is going on in that house. They're very important because whatever you miss, you will hear it from their mouths. The one the camera did not show, you will hear it. If something is happening and you don't understand, listen to their gist. They will give you the details. Every time you see those two girls, they are spilling the tea. They are spilling the tea of every shenanigan going on in that house. With precision and accuracy, they don't miss. And what I like about them as well is they will not lie. They say it raw as it is. No favoritism. No favoritism. So their conversations are very, very exciting and entertaining. And then all the theatrics that they add to it to make it so dramatic, it makes it very entertaining. I look forward to their conversations. Another person that really excites me, between both of them is Flora. The fact that Flora has gradually settled into the role of Gambit. She's enjoying it now. Although she's not yet come to a full grasp of what it means for her. She's not really selling her brand as I would have expected her to do. But I love the fact that she has settled into the role and she's doing what she's supposed to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to talk too much anymore. I feel like I'm just doing like a general analysis of all the housemates. So I'm going to leave the rest for you to do. But overall, I just want to let you all know that this season, if cares is not taken, it's going to be like a low budget Love Island, or you call it a high budget Love Island show, because it's tiring. It's tiring. This one is talking about this one's love relationship. It's tiring. But this is also to say that despite all the shipping happening left, right, and center, right, we must give accolades to those housemates who are actually playing the game of entanglement. Because these are two different things, right? There's a game of shipping, there's a game of entanglement. Okay? Now, what Yusuf and Bells are doing, it's pure shipping. That is shipping. They're exclusive to each other and they do whatever they want to do. Right? That is shipping. But you see, what Godessa and Araga is doing, that is shipping as well. Now, what Godessa is trying to do with Barry and Yusuf with Araga on the side, that is entanglement. That's the difference. That is entanglement. It's not a triangle. No, it's entanglement. Yeah? Entanglement where the whole thing is messy as hell. This one is trying to leave, cannot leave. This one is trying to stay, cannot stay. That is the messy part. Yeah? What Kamsi was trying to achieve with Chimsom and what's his name? Gerard, that was a triangle, like a very, very solid triangle, but it has scattered in her face now because Gerard finally last night broke off things with her completely. She had a serious heartbreak. Now, I am watching her to see what her next line of action will be. Now she's fully aware that Godessa played a huge role in destroying a triangle. But I want to see what she's going to do. Is she going to get back at Godessa or not? Yeah. So I'm trying to let you all know that it's not like the show is entirely terrible. No. But the fact that everybody now is just suddenly interested in shipping. I mean, Chimsom left Yusuf and is making moves on what's her name? Blutopia. Blutopia is playing hard to get. Ricky was chasing Shiba from last weekend into this week, and then suddenly Shiba decided that okay, she cannot be with a guy that also has interest in Neche and maybe Blutopia, and so she's separated. And now Ricky has gone back to Neche and is begging for attention. You know, all of those nonsense, scattered nonsense. Yeah, shipping. But you see, those who are actually playing the game of entanglement, I give them their flowers. They are doing great. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop talking here right now because I would love to hear from all of you. All right. So just go ahead, click on the link and let's hear your thoughts. Now, please let me beg you all, for those of you that would want to come on here and contribute to the conversation, please, let's keep it short and simple. All right. 5 minutes max so that we can have as much people, you know, contribute to the conversation. All right. So yes, the link is in the comment section. Let's go ahead and discuss. Yeah. The link is in the comment section. Wherever you're listening from, all you have to do is click on the link in the comment section and I'll bring you on stage so you can share your opinion. All right. Okay, we have Timothy. Hi, Tim. Oh my goodness.
Hello, Glory.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. Listen, first of all, I want to sincerely apologize for last week, Saturday. You were the first person to come on the stage, and I could not really engage you as much as I wanted to because I was having that annoying echo in my background. So it was so distracting. So my sincere apologies. I really wanted to engage you, but then that happened.
I could tell. It is well. Apology accepted.
Thank you so much. Thanks for understanding. You're welcome once again.
Thank you very much, Glory. And I really thank you so much for keeping us hooked up to the show because, like I told you last weekend, you know, life happens. You have to run here and there, then go to work and things like that. So you're not able to watch the show like you would want to back to back.
Yeah.
But whenever you give us those updates, first of all on Twitter and then on YouTube, just know we are literally following up the show. Like we never miss anything through your analysis, which is real and biased. You know, I often fight yours, by the way. I always tell people, I'm like, whenever I want updates on the show, just go follow up this lady. And people are like, hey, that lady is biased. If your fave is not her fave, she will do everything to bash your fave. I'm like, you people, Glory watches the show back to back, and she does analysis back to back. She doesn't show favoritism. She actually always unveils her fave at the end of the season. It's not that she really gets out of her way to like pinpoint a particular housemate and she's like, I'm going to hate on this person. She analyzes what she sees, and we all see
Yeah.
this and agree. So why on earth are
Thank
you
you.
saying she's biased? I always fight your wars, and I'm like, I'm making my sis proud.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Timothy. In fact, yeah, you see, this was
Mm.
it last week and this week. I saw that the fight has started again. But I made a decision this season that I am not going to engage. There's a lot of attacks already. I'm not going to engage. I don't even have the energy. I don't even have the time. I'm so busy with the show and also looking out for myself. So I'm not going to expend my energy unnecessarily. So thank you so much for doing that on my behalf. I really
Yeah,
appreciate.
I always observe, and I know this season there are many Shiba fans, of which I'm proudly one. But
Yeah.
it's so sad that most of them are so, like, they are so, I don't know which word I can use, which can sound very kind and polite, but they are so uncivilized. They are so unkempt in terms of their discipline and all that. Like, they defend
Yeah.
all sorts of nonsense. I mean, I
Yeah.
was very much disappointed in Shiba this week. I couldn't believe the Shiba I was standing from week
Yeah.
one. The same who could actually do that kind of behavior to put
Yeah.
down Rain as head of house. I was very much disappointed. I couldn't help but feel very sad about her. I'm like, Shiba, I expected more than you. Come on, you're more intelligent. And I mean, you're the very person whose head of house reign just ended, and you wanted order, and you were even, crying, and you were doing everything to make sure that housemates obliged to your rules and everything. And now you're doing
Mhm.
this to Neche? I was very
Exactly.
much disappointed. I watched Nature's Diary session and I broke down. I won't lie, I did, because I was like, come on, why are people doing this to this girl? And moreover, her friends. Why are they doing
Mm.
this to her? So I was very much disappointed. And then I saw people attacking your tweets. They're like, you Momo, who what? Eli, you had to say things against nature. No, no, Shiba. I had to kind of exchange a bit of words with some of them, but I realized,
Oh
you know
my
what, we are on
God.
the same intelligence level. I'm like, you know what, let me just chill them. Actually, I blocked some because we were kind of in the
Oh my
exchange
God.
words, but I'm like, you know what, these people are just stupid. We are not on the same
Yeah.
length. We are not on the same intelligence length and things like that. Let me just let them be. And I mean,
Yeah.
some of them analyze based on a few clips online. They don't just follow the
Yeah.
show. So I was like, you know
Yes.
what?
True.
Let them be. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let them be. you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was very much disappointed in Shiba, to be honest with you. She's actually one person I'm going to begin my analysis on. I was very much disappointed in her. I could see the
Mm.
bit of hesitation that she would have whenever like they would call housemates, and then the conversations with Godessa, and then she's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and all. I mean,
Mm.
the head of house has called you, and you see this girl is struggling. Nature is very sensitive. She's very emotional. She takes things to heart. So you see this girl
Mm.
shouting, she's losing her voice, she's doing everything to make sure that her reign goes well. She's already overwhelmed
Mhm.
with Biggie's voice every time head of house report to the dad. She's overwhelmed, she's not sleeping, and I mean, you literally just saw that. Your tenure has just ended, and you're doing this to her. Like,
Mhm.
why would you do that? Why exactly would you do that? I was very much disappointed. But Glory, before I
Mm.
move on with my analysis, I wanted you to kind of maybe help me kind of, bring to light properly. Because you've also kind of, hinted or talked about it in one of your videos. Um,
Mm.
what more is there to like bring out clearly a bit of hatred between Shiba and Neche? Like, which other vivid moments bring it out besides just what she portrayed this week? Is there any other thing that you've observed which could really like vividly show that actually Shiba is, she's playing this kind of a game that, which shows that she's jealousy of Neche anyway? Could you maybe kind of bring it out a bit clearer for me?
Okay, from what I have observed, what I watched on the show,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that when that you see in week one, the first few days of the season, when that whole Ricky, Neche, and Nomi situation happened, If you noticed,
Yeah.
Shiba was the one that was trying to hold the girls group together when they had that wager task that the house was split into the two genders, right? Shiba was the one
Mm-hmm.
that was trying to hold the group together. She was the one that was the coordinator of the female team for that their debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nature,
Yeah.
nurture, remember? Yeah. So Nomi and Neche spent a lot of time, even late into the night, arguing about who said what, who did not say what. And Shiba was trying to bring everybody together. So they wasted a lot of time. And by the time they were done, remember, Tram and Shiba were occupying the head of house lounge that week. So Shiba got upset and went back to the room and said she's not coming out. In fact, she's no longer a part of the presentation. Then later on, or I think early in the morning, they resolved their differences and they still had their rehearsals the rest of Thursday and they were able to do something, right? Now, I don't know if Shiba harbored that episode in mind and decided to
Mm-hmm.
retaliate. I don't know, but I feel like that is also a contributing factor. Now, number two thing that I can guess is Ricky. Now, Shiba had a diary session last week, I think, and she had told Big Brother at the end of it that she feels like the viewers are not seeing a part of her that she's very good at showing. And that is
Yeah.
when she's in a relationship. When Shiba is in love, Shiba is something else. You know, she was telling Big Brother, and Big Brother was telling her, oh, okay, she said that she doesn't see any guy in the house that could match up. I'm just paraphrasing what she said. And Biggie reminded her that, oh, but she said that age is not a problem. So when she went back into the house, the first person that came to mind was Ricky. Now, mind you, Ricky has feelings of some sort or whatever, let's say interest in Neche. So
Mm-hmm.
some sort of female rivalry was birthed because Shiba was making the advances really heavy on Ricky. And Ricky was playing along, right? But then
Mm-hmm.
Ricky has had conversations with one or two persons where Neche's name will always come up, and Shiba could sense that okay, this guy possibly wants to make a move still on Neche, and he sees how when Neche is sitting at him at the kitchen, Ricky will go there and see. They know those subtle movements, right? And Ricky
Yeah.
wants to play the game. Ricky wants to be in an entanglement as well. So Shiba is not dumb. She noticed all of these things. So for whatever reason, she decided to remove herself. She was telling Odessa yesterday that she can't be with someone who, in just how many weeks, has been with this person and that person and that person. And the guy doesn't have anything to offer her. So she has removed herself. So I'm thinking, because I'm waiting for her diary session for next week. I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
that all of these things, there's like an underlying female rivalry that even she herself is refusing to accept exists, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Because when she goes for a diary session, she said a lot of nice things about Neche, right? But her behavior in the house, it's the complete opposite. She and Godessa, they have this side looks that they give to themselves when Neche is addressing the house. There's this
Yeah.
thing they do, like you've mentioned, when she calls the house for a meeting, they drag their feet. It's like they have this agreement that we're going to frustrate this girl. Up
Yeah.
until Godessa's knee, which to today we don't know whether she faked it or not.
I know.
I don't know. Yeah, so
The way she
I
was
think
growing.
that thing,
Mm-hmm.
that beef started from the first week. I think that beef started from the first week.
I really it because even I mean even yesterday during the Friday Arena games when Nature won, those girls were
Mm,
giving her this glare, this bit of look that is weird, and I mean everyone came running to congratulate Nature, and they did it almost at the last moment when she had already entered the house, and I mean I'm sure they even did it when they had seen literally everyone congratulating her because I mean they were not really happy, so it
true.
makes me really wonder. I'm like Shiba, come on! I
Mhm,
thought you were way above that kind of behavior. And I mean, Nature,
exactly.
she has not really given you any bit of weird vibes. Why would you really treat her like that? I was really, really.
Exactly.
It actually made me second guess my support for her. But maybe, just like we are humans, everyone has their errors. Maybe those are some of her shortcomings. But of course, otherwise, she's amazing. We know she's well elaborate. She's very articulate,
Hmm.
eloquent. She's a good leader and things like that. But when it comes to that, and I mean, also, well, maybe it brings a bit of spice to the show, but I feel like somehow during the Thursday pool party, she was giving away herself to match the guys. I mean, everyone would literally grind her, and I'm like, Sheba, please, for the sake of your fans, stop it. I felt
But
like
there's
she
something
was
I want
giving
to
away.
mention, Timothy.
Yeah.
Let me mention
Mm-hmm.
something. Apologies
Yeah.
for interrupting you.
It is
I
well. It
need
is well.
us to also observe Godessa. That Godessa, in a way, is a bad influence. And I'm not saying she's a bad influence by nature from outside the house. I'm talking about in the house. She's a bad influence in the sense that she has a game she's playing. She likes turning people against people. She likes getting into people's heads and getting them to do what she wants them to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has tried that with a lot of the housemates, even Yusuf against Bells, but she did not succeed because Bells fought for what she wanted. She fought to get back to Yusuf, and Yusuf to realize that, okay, he needs this girl in the house, and so they are back. So she lost in that regard, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
Sheba was never like this. You see this salty, vindictive character that we are seeing Sheba displaying this week. Sheba was
Mm-hmm.
not like that in the first week or last week. And that was why
Yeah.
we were giving her a lot of accolades last week. But this week, you will notice that her relationship with Godessa has really intensified. They now, let me not call it gossip, they now talk together, talk to each other a lot. They exchange gists and they discuss people. I don't want to say they gossip people because all the housemates gossip anyways. But the point is, they talk about people a lot. And Godessa has a way of talking about people. When she talks about people, if she's not necessarily on good terms with those people, she portrays them in the most negative light. And
Mm-hmm.
Sheba is now latching onto that. It's rubbing off on Sheba. So even though Sheba has no issues with those people, because of the way Godessa has spoken about them, when she now sees those people, she now begins to see what Godessa sees. But the thing is, Sheba does not even know that she has changed. She still
Yeah.
thinks she's still the way she was before. And that's the thing about influence, negative influence. When it rubs off on you, it rubs on so fast, you don't even realize that you've changed.
That is very true. And and actually that makes me now talk about Godessa. When we are actually Godessa is a very good gamer in like the sense of the game, of the show. She
Yeah.
has really sat down and had a moment of introspection with herself, and she's like, you know what? I'm going to bring it on. That girl knows what she's doing.
She
She knows
does.
what she's doing. And I mean, you just analyzed it in one of your earlier videos today. You're like, she will be talking to someone about Nomi, and she's talking about Nomi in this terrible way. And then Nomi comes and she's like, "Oh, Goddess, could you please kindly help me do this?" She's like, "Hey, of course, dear." She does. She adds those words of
Yeah.
endearment and as if they are in good terms. And she did that last time with Temi. Remember when she was telling Temi about Nomi again?
Yes. Yes.
This girl knows what she's doing. And then the way she's flirting with the guys, the
Mhm.
way she has been flirting with Barry, and then, of course, once in a while with Yusuf. And Alia, I think it was this, I don't know, when I was watching, she was also, I think it was today, when she was telling Ricky to make for her bread. And then she was speaking with this kind of love, romantic kind of, oh, make for me some bread.
Yeah.
You know, this girl, she's literally, and when Araga comes, or like whenever Araga finds her in one of those moments, you see that feeling of disgust on her face. And I think she'd be like, where is this now? Why is this guy coming to affect my thing? She
Yeah.
always has that feeling of disgust. But she really knows what she's doing. And like you said,
She
I
does.
also don't know what's wrong with her knee. That girl on Thursday gave us a show. She was grinding, and Araga was grinding her, and she was twerking, and she was doing everything. And then when it comes to the morning workout and the tasks and everything, you see her limping. And I'm like, okay, Godessa, what's happening? Because I mean, even on Thursday, you clearly did not even wear that bandage or whatever you always put on your knee. You didn't. You were
Yeah.
just doing well with your panties falling on one side of your bam bam. You are doing great. So why are you why are you here
All
trying to show
right.
that
Thank you so
yeah,
much,
so
Timothy.
let me let others also speak glory, because I mean my
Yeah.
conversation with you never ends. Let me give chance to
Yeah.
others.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
enjoying this so much. If not for the sake of time, we would just continue because there's a lot to unpack. But really, thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution. Aisha, you are saying you want to speak. I added you before and then you went off, and I'm looking for you in the back end. I can't find you. You have to click the link to join so that you can speak. All right. If you're not in the back end, there's no way I can add you. So please click the link, all right, so that I can bring you on stage when it's your turn. All right. Yeah, thank you so much. And I want to give a shout out to Fifi. Fifi, thank you so much. Is it Fifi? Yeah, thank you so much for the gift. Oh my God, you're such an amazing human. God bless you, real good. Thank you so much for the gift. Who else? Yeah. Ezra. Thank you so much, Ezra. Thank you so much for the gift as well. Thank you so much. All right. Let's speak with the next person. Ah, she has dropped off. Wow. Okay, Jita. Jita, you're welcome to the conversation. How are you? Jita, you have to unmute your mic so we can hear you. Jita, you have to unmute because I'm trying to unmute you over here and I can't. Okay, I'm going to move on to Harley. Harley, you're welcome to the conversation. How are you?
Hi, Glory! Kyakkyawan mace, zinariya, ke ce ɗanɗanon zuciyata. Ina
Oh,
gaya miki wallahi inda da kuɗi da na siya miki tantabara, amma yanzu wallahi ban da kuɗin siya miki tantabara.
okay. I'm quite confused. Could you translate, please?
Oh, to gashi nan ba wai na iya turancin sosai ba. Wallahi, my English bai yi kyau sosai ba, amma dai ina so in dan yi magana.
Okay, I'm really confused, Harley. Honestly, I don't understand Hausa. I
Hi,
don't understand you.
Glory. Since you refused to come to Abuja, I decided to bring Abuja to you now. Yes. Since you don't want to come and visit us here, I said, let me bring it to you.
Do you know you had me scared for a moment because I'm like, how am I going to answer this conversation? But I didn't understand what you were saying.
So I was just praising you. I said,
Oh,
if I had money, like I'll buy you a dove, and that you
oh,
are like the joy that brings, like you bring joy to my soul. That's what I
oh
was
my
saying, and that
God.
you are very beautiful. That's all I was saying.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Those are sweet words and I bask in them. I bask in all the
Please
glory of that.
do, please do. So the truth is, the honest truth is, Glory.
Yeah.
I'm not really a Big Brother fan. No, I'm not really following this season. But me, I spoke with you beginning of the year, and
Yeah.
you actually made me feel less anxious about turning 30. I don't know if you remember the
Oh, I
conversation.
remember.
Exactly. And I know you're busy. I know you're like really, really busy. But I
Oh,
miss those videos. I'm just here to plead. When you have time, just remember there's Harley that you should just make something for her. I'll be turning
oh,
30 very soon. I just need my big sis for me. I'm here, I'm always listening to your reviews, oh, but I mean, there's our little community, you know. That's
yeah,
all. So I'm just
secretly.
here to like remind you. I know you're busy, oh, but just once in a
Yeah.
while, just remember me now. That's all, oh. That's why I'm here, honestly.
Oh my God, Ali, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I promise. Guys, let it not look like we're speaking in Morse code. We're actually talking about our second community, Simply Glory Elijah, where we make more intimate conversations. Harley, there is a
Yeah.
lot that I have in store for that channel. After the show this season, trust me, new videos are going to drop with more intimate
Thank you.
conversations. I promise.
Oh,
I promise.
I live for them. I'm here. Don't mind me. Even here. I listen to your reviews. It's just that
Yeah.
Big Brother tires me. It stresses me out. So I don't watch it. I just listen to reviews. But me, I'm just
Yeah.
more concerned with her. Simply Glory Elijah. Like that page is my baby page. I know that you don't know that me and you are in a relationship, but I just want you to know that we are in a relationship. It's not an entanglement, so this is like a proper relationship. Okay, I'm very faithful. Okay,
No problem. I accept the relationship. I am a willing party. Okay? I'm a willing party.
let me
Thank
allow
you so
others to
much.
speak. That's why I'm here. Thank you so
Oh my
much, Glory.
God.
And please try and
Yeah,
visit Abuja. Oh, we are here for you.
I will. I will. Thank you so much, Harley. I really
You're
appreciate
most
it.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thanks.
much. God bless you.
You're welcome, dear. Take care.
All right, bye. Oh
Bye.
my goodness. Oh my god, that was so sweet. Oh my god, guys, I'm blushing so hard. Let me try to get myself together. Okay, someone is asking what's going on here. We're loving each other over here, okay? We're in love, we're loving, and that's fine. Okay, Jita, I don't know if you want to still speak. I am trying to unmute you, but I can't. So maybe I'm just going to move on to someone else, okay? Let's speak with S Cuckoo. Hi, sis! Woo!
Hi, everybody. Hi, Glory. Oh my God. Today I said I need to
Wow.
call. I need to definitely join the conversation. First and foremost, just to say hello, to say I'm so proud of all of you and so
Thank
proud of you,
you.
Glory. And it gives me such a good feeling when I see my notifications come up. And I know a lot of people in the comment section and in the community can also attest to that.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my
Thank
God.
you.
Yeah, and I've been enjoying every single one of them, long, short. So don't worry, just keep pouring your whole lungs and your mind into these videos, and we're here for it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh
Thank you
my
so
God,
much.
I
Let's
don't even
go
know where
start
to
here.
start.
No,
What
you would know
happened?
where to start. You would know. I want to give you where to start. Something just came to mind now. I really
Okay.
need you to please comment on Mercedes' eviction. It will be
Ah,
unfair if we don't talk about it. Please.
oh God, Mercedes was I've never seen somebody come into that house. It's one thing to come and be audacious in Big Brother's house and be doing the knocking and all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
it is one thing to come with a different strategy, because most of the people who even come and do the knocking, those people come and try to pretend first before they even do it. But these
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes did not come for that. She came to just show herself, her craft. She did not say that this is that she is a prostitute. She says
Mm-hmm.
she presented herself as an erotic dancer, exotic dancer, whatever you call it, a stripper.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even a stripper per se. It's more erotic. It's more sensual,
Mm-hmm.
and it was to just present herself like that unapologetically. I
Yeah.
really, my hats off went to her, but I found it just unfortunate that it was not the community that she was supposed to present herself in. That's all I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like Nigeria, or even most of Africa as a whole, is not yet ready for that kind of character.
Absolutely.
Not on
Absolutely.
live TV, for especially. And I don't know if her eviction was planned or orchestrated, but at the same time, because she would have probably gotten the network into a lot of trouble.
Mm.
Because of censorship, they cannot keep
Mm.
blurring every 5 seconds. Uh, every time she presents herself,
Yeah.
and what I love about her is that it was not just the fact that she was presenting her craft, but she's also very smart. But
Yeah.
I feel like she should have maybe also leaned forward with her intelligence first. Because when I saw her the week she left, that week I couldn't believe it's the same person I saw the first week, who just, because the first week all you think is she's just a person who just wants to walk in her heels and and give lap dances, and that was what you think she's all about. But the second
Mm-hmm.
week, that's when people started seeing a different side of her. But at that time, the impression they already made about her was already ingrained, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I do hope she goes far. And she says this is a craft, so I've seen many people make a lot of money from that craft. And if that's what feeds her and her family, as she says, she's the breadwinner. If I listen to her background story when she went on Hero, and it kind of broke my heart that she's been subjected to be put in that position to care for her family like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate that her dad had to go through the situation for her to be able to step up, and maybe this is the fastest way she can make money like that. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like sometimes you don't be too quick to judge people. If
Mm-hmm.
you guys can go find that interview and watch it, for it's quite interesting. You get to see a different side of
Yeah.
her as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, we wish her all the best. We wish her all
Yes.
the best. Yeah.
No, but
Anyway, this
I
was
was
such a
I was not really very shocked that she was eliminated, because I kind of suspected that I was like, if she really stayed in for the long haul, I would have been very scared. I would have been like, wow, Africa is getting to a new level that I never knew it.
Hmm.
Don't mind all these things that people say. They are still very. They haven't shed some of those stereotypes yet, and so
Mhm.
I feel like they would not have let her go that far, regardless.
True. 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 Anyways, we wish her all the best. So
Yeah.
how are you seeing the show so far?
Oh my God. The show this year is like, I feel like every time, and I want to blame Ebuka and the production, because every Sunday when he comes and he gives them like a pep talk or whatever he says, and then he gives them, it's like he's giving them like he's giving them a new topic for the day, for the week.
Mm.
And that week, that's all they're going to do. Or
Mm.
let's say they go, I also blame Big Brother. Because when they go into that diary room, like the other day, Temin Kem was talking, and Big Brother was like, what does this person think? She was asking me, you're already putting ideas in that person's head now to go and start doing whatever the shenanigans that they're doing. So it's like, a lot of it, I don't. It's like they know. It's like this one week they are doing what Ebuka came and made a comment. That week they just became unruly, and they were just acting because of what the comment Ebuka made on Sunday. The next week
Mm.
they made the next statement. This week now they are trying. Everybody is trying to now. It's like they are trying their own relevance now. Is they want to be in a ship. I don't even want to call it a ship. They just want to be hooking up left and right.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
some reason, I feel like they know that that's going to bring some highlights to whatever it is, because I don't think they're taking it serious. I don't want to believe that these people are taking this thing serious, because if they know that it's going to bring some kind of highlight, and whatever highlight it brings, hope. At first, I was like, is it Konji? Like you say, like Glory will say, oh my God. But at the same time, I'm like, I think they're just trying to stay alive or stay relevant on the show. That's all what it
Mm-hmm.
is. They want to be talked about. They know that, okay,
Mm-hmm.
if they do this, they'll be talked about. Like Temi at first was trying to be like a little bit, be a baby of the house, and then she'll pass and go and kiss Tram. Tram. So
Tram.
it's like she's falling under some kind of she's kind of falling under the pressure, and she's going out of she will soon go out of character, because all of a sudden now they'll start looking at her like, okay, you're no longer a baby if you're going to be doing big people things. That's how they'll start
Mm-hmm.
looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think her strategy will last.
Hmm.
But the rest of them in that house is like, oh my God, everybody is on heat, whatever it is. I just hopefully they've quenched it, because they still have how many weeks to go. Huh.
Yeah. 7.
This, but the Big Brother and Oibuka better not come and spoil things this on Sunday, and give another strategy, give them another like a leading statement that will do. It's as if they come and give you, your director comes and gives you a script in a movie, and you are now, that will be what you are going to do now for the next week. No, I hope not. I hope not, because it will just be as if now they're just following whatever these people are doing, whatever they're just not being true to their characters or their strategies that they came into the house to do.
Hmm.
And I wanted to also speak briefly on Sheba's situation. Sheba, I feel like, is trying so hard to be, because I think like she sees how not only this is for, at first I thought maybe it was because the guys that she might be interested in are interested in her, in nature, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like she at first did not see nature as competition like that.
Mm.
But seeing, first of all, the guys being interested in nature is one. seeing Nature week after week when they in the conspiracy circles, being called into so many conspiracy circles, makes her to feel like, okay, oh, it means this girl is actually connecting with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she wants that. And that's why when she goes into every circle, whatever they're saying now, Shiba is just going along with it, the conversation, not even trying to sound even object to anything they're saying in that conversation. She will just be agreeing with everything in that conversation or chime just to fit in.
Mm.
I think she's preparing herself for Monday so that when that time comes to conspiration, because if the more groups they call you into, from what I've observed, the less chances of you being put up for as a on the coming up on the bottom.
True.
And so I think that's where she's trying to maybe place herself. Like, okay, I need to position myself where people consider me like one of them. And the more people that do that, the more chances she has to stay longer on the show. I think that's also one of the strategies that she is trying to bring onto the show. But unfortunately, she's doing it, and it comes off as being as if she's trying to get whatever Nature could have had, or something like that. And Nature even winning head of house, I'm sure even shocked her too very much, because she did not expect it. And I did not being just freshly coming from head of house and understanding the stress and the pressure that they are put through. I was very surprised that she had been reacting this week towards Nature that way. When Nature calls for meetings, she's taking her sweet time, and then sitting in the background and making comments with the people who are trying to like disregard all Nature's instructions.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like when you see somebody who has actually been through it, you do the same the things that they did not like when they were head of house. It's just so disappointing. But what I want to really know is what Aiko wrote in that note that he gave Nature, because that really made her probably almost cry. I'm sure it was something inspirational, but I would really love to know. Yeah, I really love to know what he wrote.
He told her to position her crown properly. That the crown was tilting. More like keep your head up. You're doing great.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. He really hit the spots that he wanted it to hit. Yeah. So thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
All right, let me let other people carry on. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution. All right, let's quickly speak with Fifi. Fifi, hi. You're welcome. How are you?
Glory.
Hi. Oh my God, what just happened? Oh my God. Fifi, please come back. Please come back. I don't know. The network just dropped her like that. Okay, let's speak with Nisi. Once Nisi. And then when Fifi comes back, we'll speak with Fifi. Nisi, you're welcome. How are you? What's going on? Okay, Agnes Birungi. Agnes, are you there?
Glory. Hi, Glory.
Hi. Agnes, how are you? You're welcome to the conversation.
Good. Long time. It's your girl from Uganda.
Oh my God, hold on a second. Is this my Agnes?
Yes, Aggie, yes.
My goodness.
I'm the one.
Where are you being? Welcome.
I missed you so much. I've been in for us we call it a kamoli. Like I've been in hiding, but watching, liking, commenting, and everything. And I appreciate your work as always.
Oh my God. And I have missed you too. The feeling is mutual. I remember the last time we spoke, you had just delivered a baby. I hope you're well.
I know.
And the baby is fine.
Yeah, he just started school this year. Daycare.
That has been a while then.
We've been together for a while now, But anyways, I want to applaud you for holding it up for us, because this show is becoming more and more boring. I don't know how the organizers are feeling. Sometimes I feel like us viewers, when we have a good thing, we don't appreciate it as much. Because when you look back at all the previous seasons, you'd see people complaining. They used to complain about Tasha's behavior in her season. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
it kept the season fun. And then on season 3, people were complaining about the way girls were behaving, like the Ninis, the Chloes. You remember we used to have serious disqualifications back then. Like, I feel like the audience right now doesn't even get it. Like, for people that watched season 3, 2, they understand Big Brother and they appreciate people. They would appreciate people like Mercedes. Like, people forget we had the Nini. Like, how do you vote out Mercedes when we had the Nini that went up to the finals? Like, what did Mercedes do that is so, or people that are claiming, oh, the work she's doing? Meanwhile, you have the Bells still in the house. Like, what are you talking about? You can't compare clothing and dancing to bed activities. Come on, they don't compare in any way. But people are excusing that and claiming, oh, this is Africa. Hell no. No, we can't take that. And people are failing to appreciate characters that sometimes bring some bit of fun in the house. We are losing such people. Meanwhile, we have the Rickies. What does he do? He doesn't perform in the arena. He doesn't do anything. He's like furniture. Like, I don't even understand the voters. I feel like voters are losing the plot. You remember the season, we had season 8 of the Finas. You can, such seasons that we never used to, like, every minute you missed on TV, you missed something. You would regret, like, missing an hour on Big Brother. You remember, right?
Yeah.
It would be one of the... And people claim that, oh, violence. No, it's not just about violence. Look at the talent. These people literally failed the easiest wager ever. Like, how do you fail to debate nature and nurture? How are you acting in a debate? How are you talking about business, this and that? Like, it's a debate. It's an intellectual thing. No drama needed. No exaggeration, just points. Put up your points. Like, you're failing something small as that, and then the second wager they also lost. I was like, how did these people even make it up to? It is so disappointing. Like, if you can't give us violence, you can't entertain us. What are we watching for?
Exactly.
What are we watching for? Like, I feel like they're just being, it's like a best friends show. And then when you look at people like Flora, who are capable of bringing the heat in the house, all they do is talk behind people's backs. Like, and then this, like, if you feel like someone offended you, talk to them face to face. At least create a highlight, because it's a show. At the end of the day, you didn't go to study or do anything. It's a show. Create highlights for yourself. If they make sense, not just acting weirdly. If someone really did something offensive to you, someone hurt you, realistically, go face them, create a highlight, use it as a chance. These housemates are scared of confrontation. That's when I'm like, oh, we didn't really appreciate the previous housemates enough. The masses, like, we didn't appreciate them. The sissies, those were intelligent game players. But now these housemates, all they do is talk. Like, you watch them sleep or sit there and discuss useless things or ship this. Even the ships are not interesting at all. They're not appetizing, nothing nice to look at. And then, oh my God, Glory, thank you for holding it down for us. Thank you for watching on our behalf, because I can't. I'm literally using my TV as background noise for my work, and I work from home these days. So I was so happy when Big Brother came back. I was like, yes, I stay in the house 24/7. And now Big Brother is like a noise to distract me from work stress. What is happening? And they increased the money for these people. You know what, Glory?
Yeah. Thank
Anyway,
you. Thank you.
I appreciate people like Nature. At least she's showing that she's competitive because she has been a furniture for some time. At least let her perform in the arena. Apart from that, she doesn't do anything else. Head of house, she did well, but people disrespected the hell out of her. I was like, wow, okay. But anyway, that's all. I just called to rant about Big Brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. May God always bless you and keep you
Thank
safe for
you.
us. So we don't have any other.
Thank you so
Nah,
much,
you
Adam.
welcome, my love.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so happy to hear from you. It's been like forever, but I'm glad you're back and I'm glad you're well. I'm glad your baby is well. You see, your frustration, honestly, I share the same frustration. And I also love the comment that um, simply Jojo Agba, yeah, simply Jojo put out here. It's on the screen. She said Big Brother recycles the creatives and friends circle of Lagos. So when half of the contestants know themselves, they can't give us a show. And that is a fact. I'm not saying it's a fact that they recycle the friendship groups of Lagos. I'm not saying that, but the fact that most of these housemates, they've crossed paths outside the house, they know each other, and they exist in the same industry, they work in the same industry, and they come into the house, it's like, oh, I know a friend that knows you, or I know you directly. It now becomes a thing of they are holding back from really unleashing as they should on the show. And it gets really tiring, it gets really boring. And I don't know, it's like, is it a production does not really hear when viewers complain about this thing every year? Is it that they know and they don't just care? Or are they feigning ignorance like they don't know? Because it's so obvious every season, really obvious. But anyways, once again, thank you so much, Abby. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to Jita is back again. Jita, are you ready to speak?
Yes, so offer now, Glory.
I'm good. Why you doing Shakara for us like this? We're begging you to come and talk. What's happening?
I am Ricky's protege. Instead, you do Shakara
What?
like Ricky.
See, I've been looking for her to use wire. I've been looking for her to use cord to flog Ricky's neck since last week. So if you come and give me Ricky, yeah, I will send you spiritual cord. Because what is that? Ricky has been pissing everybody off. Ha!
All right. This is the first time speaking on it. I feel very, very glad about that. And I've been following you for over 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Times I watch BBC sense of your analysis.
Uh,
And I have
Thank you.
your gospel friends too. So
Thank
welcome,
you.
well done. God. So there is a very, very interesting stuff I want to talk about. It may hit people wrongly, how sensitive Nigeria's culture is. So
Okay.
you made a mention the guys, or let me say the whole housemates wanting to go into a ships here and there. And there was a time you said, I've not been watching the show, so I just watch based on your analysis. So
Okay.
you talked about guys chastising, was it Keivo, right? Was it Keivo or Sultex? I don't know who, I've forgotten. Saying, why doesn't he want to go into a ship, blah, 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 blah. Does that mean he's not chasing
Yes,
women?
Keivo. Yeah,
All right,
Keivo.
good. So to be very honest with you, you see most guys who come onto the show, and the first thing that comes to look for girls, do all kinds of relationships or entanglement with girls. Those guys are gay. Yes.
He said what?
Those, I said most of them are gay because you find a straight man. I'm being very honest. You won't find a
No be
straight
talk am
man.
o. No be talk
I
am
know.
o.
I talk,
Yo, spill the tea.
I talk, because you won't find a straight man coming to a show as Big Brother, knowing that it's going to be televised all over. Then you're all around chasing women as if you're just hitting puberty, as if you've never seen a woman out before. That's cringe and really annoying. You get? I feel there are a lot of strategies that people can put up on shows like this. So many strategies. You remember Miracle and Toby's season? There was this
Yes.
bro. In fact, that was even what made Toby to go so far in that season. Because him and Miracle, they had this gang thing they were doing, which even aided his relationship with Sisi, the Nina thing. Was it right or Nini? Forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
So, So most of these housemates run out of strategies. They just feel it's to come on this show, get a female, or the females too. They shake their nyash all around for the men to see, and boom, they become a sheep thing. I think this thing, the main cause of this stuff was that time that Big Brother started doing the whole pairing thing, whereby they will pair their names. I don't know if you remember that season.
Yes.
So they were the ones who kind of trademarked the show to tilt towards that direction. Extremely annoying. If I Love Island, I know where to go to see it. If I want to watch Real Housewives of Lagos, what's that lady's name? Abby. I know where to go and watch Real Housewives of Lagos. Do you understand? So I really wish production are listening to all this so they can really go back to their drawing board. We are going to give them a pass for this season. Please, the next season, if they still bring up this same bullshit, to be honest, I am going to make a campaign personally. My goods, we're not going to watch the show. So moving forward, let's go to the contest, the housemates individually. To be honest, Ricky is extremely annoying. All pointed. He's extremely annoying. It's obvious he doesn't have a strategy. He wanted to come to the house and do the whole kid wire thing and let girls chase all around. But unfortunately, Papa no get money. Moving forward. So moving forward. So what's her name again? What's this bitter lady? What's her name? Nomi.
Is it not me?
Yeah. So I kind of find Nomi's game extremely interesting, but I wouldn't want her to start looking for a sheep with what's his name, that muscle boy. That yeah.
God. The way you're describing them, that muscle boy. It's really a muscle boy.
So she's going to spoil her game with that guy because, to be honest, I don't think that guy is experienced with women. He's just going to scatter her. She should just continue being the bitter leaf that we know. Eventually, it could take her really far. It gets.
Yeah.
Who else? Abby. To be very honest, I really feel for Abby. I really feel she let the housemates get into her head, and now she's back into her shell. But she still has time. She doesn't go this Sunday. I pray to God that the Spirit of the Lord is going to reveal to her one of the nights where she sleep on a new strategy to put up, because she's actually a reality TV material. Her looks and everything, someone who has traveled, and she's married to an Italian man.
Yeah.
So all the dramas from that, these people sometimes. Well, then Araga, oh God of mercy.
My brother, please, do us a favor. Go and remove that boy from that house. And it affects me. Go and remove it from the house.
Do you know what annoys me? Do you even know what annoys me? I know Araga outside, and it's someone that naturally I should be rooting for. You get, but with all is one, I feel he's wasting an opportunity.
Yes.
Wasting an opportunity, to be very honest. Well, that's aside. Then the last caller spoke about Big Brother always recycling housemates. To be honest, I really, really, really will agree to that. Because come on, Nigeria is large. This year's audition was held in 3 states, right?
Mm-hmm.
Enugu and Lagos. Are you trying to tell me that in Abuja I cannot get like 3 people from like 3 northern people, put a Hausa girl like what's her name, Sultana of last year, bring people with different cultures, different upbringings, different religion, let them come together, you get, and
Mm-hmm.
let's see sell where they are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a military school, you get, and
Mm-hmm.
you see that it's a boarding school. They got three students from the 36 states of Nigeria. We all together in one confine, the drama.
Hmm.
When cultures clash, when belief systems clash, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's the main essence of Big Brother, not just Big Brother Naija, the
Mm-hmm.
entire Big Brother. It's about bringing different people from different parts to coexist together while they entertain us, and we see that whole social experiment. But all these ones are just here. They want to make love. They are honey. Who was saying that he went to by the side of Goddessa? God have mercy. What kind of...
It was Mario. He saw Godessa in short skirt. He went to masturbate. Hey, God.
God bless you. But you are trying, to be very honest. We have to give you your flowers for keeping up with all these things. Still gets to entertain us. I'm sure if I watch Big Brother, just like watching it, I don't think I'll find things entertaining. But the way you analyze these things, the way you speak about them, you make us still, the interest just still lingers somehow, and we still see hope that the show might get better.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And thank you for making us laugh so much. Your descriptions are so funny. Thank you so much. Thank you for your
Okay.
contribution. All
I'm
right.
saying, wait,
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. His network was sort of, jittery, but at least we still got the best of him. Thank you so much, Jita Amari. Okay. Fifi is back. Fifi, you are welcome. Special welcome to you. How are you?
I'm fine, Glory. My village people wanted me, but not today.
Not
Not
today,
today.
my sister.
My network was
Welcome.
playing games with me. I should have been like the second speaker. But
Yeah.
aside from that, I really miss your face, and I'm sorry.
Aw.
That camera has done us an injustice, and we need to call it to order. It,
Thank
there is
you.
this thing
Thank
about
you.
the visuals. It's more than you speaking. It's your expressions when you're talking. You get,
Yeah.
and we are missing that experience today. But
Aw.
moving to these crazy housemates.
Yeah.
Glory, today I feel like today I came to agenda for Big Brother and production. So I
Carry
want to
on.
first hint on that, because I feel like previous seasons we would come here and bant, and then you would see what you talked about being carried on the show. So I'm coming with that same faith that some production malls are in this chat right now, and I want them to listen carefully. If you have run out of creatives, come to Glory Elijah, meet the true intention of Big Brother, because we are here from different countries, different walks
Mhm.
of life, and trust me, we have fresh ideas.
Yep.
Now, I want to begin with Nature's diary session with Big Brother. She made a hint at the end, specifically when she talked about, I'm tired of hiding this secret. I don't know why
Yes, so
most people, I stayed on that point, bam, I'm like, what's that secret? Immediately my mind said cooking. It's like, please Biggie, tell me you have something spontaneous that is coming up on Sunday. Number one, when Nature was introducing herself, I don't remember her talking about having a twin. I
no,
don't
she
remember
actually
if
mentioned it. She said she
she
had a
mentioned it.
twin. In
I don't
our
remember.
intro, is it an intro video on the stage? But she mentioned that she's
Yeah,
missing a twin. Yeah.
I really missed that one because when I found out she had a twin from X, and I didn't know she had like an identical twin. You get, those girls are so identical. Now, when she
Really?
talked of the secret, yeah, they are kind of too identical. So when she talked of that secret, I'm like, please, Biggie, tell me that you're going to switch out Nature for her twin sister without letting the
Oh,
housemates know. Like, how crazy of a twist would that be? Hmm?
that
You get?
that would be mind blowing.
Mind blowing. I mean, that one would get people. At least it would bring Big Brother right on top of the list after P Square, covered the whole show up. Because let's be realistic, Mercedes is home because Big Brother was not trending.
Yeah.
Mercedes is home because of people who came into the show with prepaid voters, the likes of Ricky and Araga. Believe you me, those boys have, because I don't know the people who saved them really. Tell me how.
I don't know.
This
Save them.
thing of saying we are not ready for a character like Mercedes. Mercedes has not done half the things that I have watched on Big Brother, because I've been following this franchise right from Big Brother Africa, right from season 1 of Big Brother
Absolutely.
Africa, where they used to show us everything. And mind you, by then I was even still a baby. But there is nothing Mercedes did that came close to what Angel did in her season.
Angel did the most.
When they played those games, when they used to play those games that season, Mercedes did not even touch the tip of the iceberg. And come to think of it, you auditioned this girl, she told you her backstory, you knew she's a pole dancer, you know your audience, so you cannot come and tell us that the Nigerian audience is not ready for a character. No, that was not it. Mercedes fell victim to prepaid voters.
True.
That is what I believe, because I believe if the voting was organic, if Big Brother had started with a bang, there is no way Mercedes would have gone home. Even Martins. Like basically, I feel like Martins brought something to me more than Araga it has done. I mean, Araga was a waste of an audition. I said it today, I think in one of your videos. I commented, I was like, Araga, let's just cut our losses. That boy, he was a waste of an audition. Because I saw someone writing on, I think, X, about him being probably in the same circles as Sean and Sheggs, and I'm like, oh God, please let him not be, because even if he's their friend, Kola, so and so, he's not even half of what those boys brought. Those boys oozed aura. That aura, the aura forming they were talking about, I have not seen it in Arabic. I mean, he has been a lovesick puppy. That's all I've seen. So, production, please. I hope the trick you're coming with is switching out Nature with her twin sister. Let them switch them for like a week, and then the twin sister builds with like an opposite character of who Nature is, to the point that people think that Nature slept last night and woke up ready for war. You get what I'm talking about? Because I'm like, what trick are they bringing, really, Glory? What trick will surprise us? If they are to introduce new housemates, what twist can Biggie bring? Because I'm here thinking. And then number 2, how I wish Biggie had have something like, he told us he will make us part of the viewing experience by asking us to choose what should the gambit do. Do not give us options. Let us give you what we want, not telling us choose between hiding eggs. That's what you've been giving housemates since when? Since the days of the Bible. I mean, haven't we seen housemates being told by Biggie to hide eggs? Have we not seen people hiding items? What he gave to Flora? Come on, Biggie. We are tired. Be more creative. Probably people will come out with more outlandish ideas. I was here cooking and I'm like, these boring housemates with their truth or dare game. I'm like, which century are we living in? If you're going to play a truth or dare, I believe at this point it should have been kiss or dare. Like
Mm.
no in between. You get what I'm talking about? Bring out.
Yeah.
There are very many daring games. Like there are very many calculated games. And one thing I noticed while they were playing the task yesterday, the bed power task, during the
Mm.
puzzle, you can tell someone's mind by their ability to solve puzzles. God, I could not stand watching Araga fidget with that puzzle. I was embarrassed on his behalf. And just as I thought that embarrassment was not enough for me, Yusuf came and added on my shame. I was like, no, people, no. Like 2-year-olds, no. And this is not to brain shame anyone, but like I said, when people are forming, oh, I know this, which brings you to the category of people Big Brother is bringing into the house, you're sourcing from the same pool.
Exactly.
That's what happens. So he's complaining these people are not thinking outside the box. Biggie, you are the one who is not thinking outside of the box. You cannot
Bam.
bring the same group of people and then expect them, what do they call it? You cannot bring ducks into a pond and expect them to lay hen eggs, chicken eggs, or goose eggs. That will never happen. You cannot come and you're bringing for us models. Everyone is saying, I'm a modeling. Makeup artist. Like, come on. That is why the most eye-catching character this season was Aiku. Because Aiku was the anomaly. Given Mercedes was an anomaly. And I like how she showed herself. She showed that I might be crazy, I might look shallow, but when it comes to brain games, I also show up. You bring people like Gerald who formed to know something. And then this guy starts arguing and saying that women don't contribute DNA. Eggs don't have DNA. Now that one killed me. I was like, no. If this is the Gerald they're saying is smart, no. The boy needs a basic biology class. And by the way, what is Gerard doing in the house too? He's lost himself. He's lost himself. From when he started forming with Kamsi, he disappeared. And they are there shaming Kamsi. I had them talking, questioning her intelligence, and I'm like, you cannot be the kettle calling the pot black. You might think you're smart, but you're not as smart as you think. There are very few characters in this game that I'm seeing they are trying. Temi is trying her game. She's crazy. She will make you angry, make you laugh, make you cry, make you smile. Like, she has at least given those emotions. Mercedes, sorry, not Mercedes, Godessa. Yes, Godessa is currently annoying a lot of people, but one thing I've loved about her game is the fact that aside Mercedes, she's the other person who said on stage that she was bringing this sexiness. You get? And I feel like she's kind of embodied it and wants to pull it out. So I give her kudos for that. If she succeeds in whatever she wants to do, the only mistake she did was let herself be tied up by a woman rapper. If she can unfold herself from the Araga rapper, which I hope that people voting, I hope Araga goes home. Then maybe we can see how more crazy Godessa is going to get. Let's forget her trying to put other women down. That's also a strategy, but coming to her individuality. I feel like that girl has come for the money. And I hope that moving forward, she pushes herself in terms of showing who she is as an artist. The Godessa I want to see. The other person I wanted to talk about, aside Godessa, very few, is Cassie. Cassie winning that the favor of the housemates, being saved. You realize he has been saved twice in a row. Last week, whereby unfortunately he was switched out with who? With Chimsom Chuka, yes. Yeah. And this week, I feel like Kamsi also has succeeded in the game that Godessa was trying to play, in terms of being liked, by everybody, and that's why Godessa was forming, thinking that they removed her and replaced her with Bluetopia. I feel like Cassie has succeeded in that one. There is a way he has managed to enter everyone's head in a favorable manner, but still not be close. I don't
But
know
that's
if
in the
you.
kitchen. He started
Yeah?
using the strategy.
Mm. they could, yeah. I'm like, okay, what
Yeah.
is this boy doing? He's like, his game is kind of like he's that guy who pops in and then goes out. You think he's
Mm-hmm.
silent. Likely what Aiku is doing. Aiku is very, very intelligent, and I love that he's approaching this game from an intelligent perspective. I'm worried about Flora, honestly. I am worried about how long people will. It's people who, these people, if they were thinking like Mercedes, all of them by now should know that Flora is the gambit, because the word gambit is written on her forehead. Even in her conversations, it's the little things, Glory. Today in her
Yeah.
conversation with Oyin, just before we had this chat, she mentioned something about like being nonchalant. She doesn't even count herself among the people who are up for eviction. How do you be asking somebody who is up for eviction? Babe, you're up for eviction. Act like it. I expect you to be nervous, but you're sliding. She's on some island that she knows, after all, I'm going nowhere.
You
And I
know
feel
what,
like
Fifi?
mm,
You know what, Fifi, yeah? I
yeah.
feel like a lot of the viewers did not really
Mm,
put a lot of thought into voting the gambit, right?
true,
And
true.
I think the fault also lies with with production, because when Ebuka introduced that concept of the gambit, I
Mm,
think it was on Monday before the live nominations, yeah. I
yes.
expected him to have taken at least maybe 5 minutes or less to explain the importance of the gambit in the show. Big Brother explained it to the housemates, but not in details, right? David did that
Mm,
for us last week, Saturday. So if production had had it in as part of their plan or agenda for that evening's recording, that Ebuka was
mm,
going to explain it to the viewers. Because the truth is, I feel like people think that the general population of viewers of this show are quite smart. To be very honest, it is not
they are not.
everybody watching this show that is smart. It is not everybody watching this show that is intelligent like that. It is not. And
True.
what I'm trying to say is that it takes for an intelligent viewership to vote for an intelligent housemate to take on the role of Gambit. Because, like
Mm,
Aiko now, right? It takes
yeah.
for one to be that intelligent to know that, okay, to have access to nature, I need to write her
Yeah.
a short note that will make her
Mm,
feel better in her lowest moment. I bet you that Flora would not have known what to do. If you look at the kind of assignments that Big Brother gives to these two people, Aiko's
mm,
assignments are more intellectual. Flora's
true.
assignments are more physically disruptive because that is what she knows how to do, right? But
Mm,
as much as these differences that they both possessed is fine, there's also the part where it doesn't matter if one is calm or if the other one is disruptive, they both need to be emotionally intelligent. And unfortunately, Flora is not emotionally intelligent enough to be a
she's
gambit.
she's not. And
She's
to think,
not.
Flora came for the money, and you can still see it on her face. That girl
Mm,
was so disappointed when you and I said it. That's why I said that Biggie rushed us with selecting the gambit. He needed
mm,
to give viewers 1 week of observing, because when you look at how Oyin now psychoanalyzes these housemates, Oyin would have been a better gambit. You get? There are
mm,
people that I feel, and I said it that time, like, okay, let's put it away. I feel like Flora's disappointment. Flora came for that money, and her game, whatever she prepared, she had prepared for the money. Whether she was doing, recreating a script or whatever she came to do, I feel like
mm,
she came for the money. Aiku, on the other hand, I know also him, he came for the money, but he was quick to run through his emotions and be like, a win is a win. At the end of the day, if people are going to see you for how many months? 3 months. That is still a win, whether you go home with the money or not. It's how you make use of it. Now, I feel like Flora is missing that chance because, again, she failed the first task, the one of the rappers. This one, I've also not seen her take items because I'm yet to see anyone freaking out about losing something. And there are people whom I know that they would give us a show if they lost their shit. People like Keivo. You know, people who are so meticulous and organized, just get rid of that one thing that they can't do without, and we would have a full blowout. Yeah? People like Ricky, who might seem like they are being quiet, they are being take something that you know will get him out of his mind. And so I'm yet to see that from her. And then Gloria, I wanted to ask, I don't know if it's because I've been missing out on a few things, but these wager presentations, has Biggie been asking the housemates to stake on their wagers, like in terms of percentages?
No,
now,
they've not been staking.
How do you call that a wager task when there is nothing you're wagering on? I'm again coming for production on this one. Do not call it a wager task if there is nothing that they are wagering on. That's why they are approaching these tasks in a very myopic manner. Compare, since these people came into the house, compare their task presentations with previous housemates. These people are playing, even kids have better presentations. This week, for sure, they meant to lose this wager. I do not know what category Biggie used, and I feel like the only reason why I let it slide was for nature and Sultex for trying. It was an E for effort at best. But when it came to cohesiveness, being organized, wardrobe, stage entrances, exiting, these people were just flying everywhere. You didn't know where to focus your eyes. You didn't know whether this was the entry and this is the exit of the scene. What's the use of a story? Even the interpretive dancing, you're going to tell a story with music, with dance. I expect you to use less words, which meant that those dances needed to express the story for me. You get? And it didn't do much of that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to these wages, 3 weeks, I see also that is also low. Thank you, Gloria. I know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Too.
I can see you really had a lot to vent.
I really had a lot to vent. I kept following you, especially on your posts, to like comment, because I really did have a lot. Thanks for having me, dear.
Thank you so much, Fifi. It's always a pleasure having you here. Guys, I just want to give one or two comments with regards to the housemates' attitude to the wager. I personally feel like these housemates have been assured that, and this feeling is coming from one or two conversations I've heard from previous seasons by by housemates, not the same ones, but just housemates in general. I feel like production have assured them that whether they will lose the wager or not, they will still be fed. And I think that level of assurance also adds to the nonchalance that they exercise during their rehearsals and during the preparations for the actual presentation. Because it's like they have this assurance that no matter what, I can never be hungry in Big Brother's house. During level up season, we heard that a lot. That I'm in Big Brother's house, why would I not eat? During Pepper Them Gang season, we heard where some of the housemates, even Sheyi Awolowo too, why won't I eat? They were literally dragging for food. Like, why will I be hungry in this house? The way they were antagonizing Big Brother, it felt like maybe they paid a certain amount of money for their feeding, or maybe they were assured that, okay, well, you have this allowance for feeding, so no matter what, whether you lose a wager or not, you will never be hungry. That is the same energy, the same attitude that these housemates have been carrying since then till now. So when you look at these housemates, the way they behave, very nonchalant, very lackadaisical in attitude, you can't help but wonder, like, are you people not scared? It's like you now, as an adult, you live alone. You don't have a job, or maybe you don't have a hustle. You'll be panicking that, if I don't hustle, I will starve. Oh. Especially when you don't have anybody on your left and right to turn to beg for money or for assistance. You'll be panicking that, if I don't work, if I don't hustle, I'm going to die of hunger. These housemates, they don't feel that way. It's like they just know that, yeah, whatever happens, Big Brother will still send us food. And it's just really pathetic. Because personally, I wish that some weeks, if Biggie says no shopping, no food supplies, you have to deal with what exactly you have in the house. If Biggie decides to stand on that, then there'll be more tension in the house, and there will be more desperation for these housemates to win the next wager. But whereby Big Brother tells them to go to the garden, and then they come back, and Big Brother, out of pity, has left maybe 2 loaves of bread, 1 crate of egg. And you see these motherfuckers, I'm sorry to say, somebody was saying, stop calling the housemates, telling the housemates, fuck you. I said I will tell them fuck you 10 times, because that's how I feel. These people will just rush back into the house and they're so excited. Oh, yeah, Big Brother. And they know that the food will always come. So when it's time to actually put in the work, it's like Big Brother is giving them the hints that it's not that deep. Anyways, that's that. Let's speak with Mara. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to contribute to the conversation, the link is in the comment section. Please go ahead and click on it so that I can bring you on stage. Mara, you are especially welcome. Thanks for joining. How are you? Hello, Mara? You're muted. Your microphone is muted. Okay, maybe Mara is not ready yet. I don't know. I know that she has been here. So we're just going to speak with the next person. When Mara comes, Mara will go next. All right. Okay. Ovi Man, welcome. Welcome to the conversation. How are you, sir? Hello? I can't unmute you because you muted yourself. So you have to unmute yourself. Okay. If he's not here, I'm going to speak with Neye. Neye, you are welcome. You are welcome.
Oh, can you?
Hello, Glory.
Okay, we have Obiman. We have Obiman speaking. Obiman, you're welcome. Please carry on. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much.
Hello, Glory.
Okay,
the lady can go ahead if she's ready.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you. Naya, you're welcome to the conversation. How are you? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Naya? Oh, yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Glory, can you hear me?
What's happening?
Hello?
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Hello, Glory.
the microphone is muted.
You.
Oh my God. Okay, maybe Mara is not ready yet. I don't know. I know that she has been here. So we're just going to speak with the next person. When Mara comes, Mara will go next. All right. Okay. I think. Welcome to the conversation. Wow. How are you, sir? Okay. I think there's a mix-up in the audio on Mara's part. Mara, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but I can see that there's a delay in your, I think, reception. Yeah, in your reception. So I think what we can do is, okay, she's out already. I wanted to suggest that she goes out. Hey, Jesus. I wanted to say that Mara should drop off and then come back. All right, because there's a delay in her reception. Mara, can you hear me now, Mara? Hello, Mara.
Hi.
Oh my God. Okay, Mara, there's a delay in your reception. I'm hearing that the things I said like 5 minutes ago, I'm just hearing it now from your end. So if you can hear what I'm saying right now in real time, you're welcome to the conversation. I'm going to be quiet, so you go ahead and share your contribution. All right?
Okay. Can you hear me now? Jesus
Yes, I can
Christ.
hear you.
I don't know what's wrong with the internet today. Oh, great. I came in here to check on you and find out if you're doing well mentally.
I'm doing
Because
great. Thank you so much.
I've seen the idiots have already started the shenanigans in on Twitter. Per usual, the market is never shy of mad men and women.
True.
How are you doing, my darling?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for checking on me. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, that is my primary goal this season, is to just ensure that you're doing okay, and point out there's as we continue trying to understand what Big Brother is bringing this season. Again, it's a disappointment. And I think they haven't gotten the memo that the cameras are not that good or that great and that they need to do something about it.
Yeah.
I will touch on something that happened this week, having seen one of the videos you uploaded on the internet, matters of nature and what she has been going through with the girls.
Hmm.
I need her to wear her lawyer cap.
Hmm.
And I don't know why when people come into this show, they forget they're in there for a mission, and the mission is to win the money, show what the stuff they're made of, and come out and change their livelihood, matters professional,
Hmm.
matters deals, matters, going ahead and changing their livelihood and lives. Yeah. It's not a
Hmm.
vacation house, and it's not a place to go and sing kumbaya making friends.
Of course.
I believe the production knew what Mercedes was all about when they deemed it fit to bring her into the house.
Mm-hmm.
I will reiterate this again and again because it's something I believe that has been happening, is that each production that comes into play, go back to former contestants and try to see if they can be able to recruit their circles or people they can recommend for the show. And when that happens, authenticity is thrown out of the window, because when you seek me to come to your platform, I might have my demands as well of maybe
Hmm.
how I'd want to be portrayed or what
Hmm.
works for me. So I won't be at your mercy and do your bidding. Why? I didn't come there auditioning because I really, really, really want to get into the show. But more or less, you came to me via a friend who knows me because they thought
Hmm.
or you think I could be good for your show. So as you
Hmm.
want me to enter into your platform, I might also equally come with my own demands. So when I come in, there's that laxity on my part because, hey, it's not like I struggled to get in at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Nigeria is big with different beautiful cultural differences, ethnicities, you name it,
Mm-hmm.
filled to the brim. I do not understand why we keep on getting people who know one another season in, season out. Araga and
Mm-hmm.
Ricky are giving me the Mbadiwe twins vibes without the money, of course,
Hmm.
whereby there's this self assurance of, I'm going to be here for a while because
Hmm.
I have people outside who are doing the work and making sure that those votes are going to come in.
Hmm.
Nature, baby girl, baby girl, please. I believe for you to be a legal mind, you stand in courtrooms and shake tables. Yes, you are allowed to feel, you're allowed to wear your emotions and cry and everything. But once you're
Hmm.
done, can you show those ladies what you're made of? Women, we have one flaw in us. We might love
Hmm.
you and might like you, might have love for you. But the
Hmm.
moment we see that there's a possibility you're better than us in certain aspects, there's that vindictive nature that come.
Hmm.
And anyone with eyes can see that that is happening. That women supporting women theme that I see women singing up and down, it's normally just for show. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
term that people like to see it roll out of their mouth and tongues and, say it. Women supporting women. There's nothing like that when it comes to competition. They will drag you to the mud and eliminate you to win that money. So when they
Mm-hmm.
come in this show, they need to understand we are not here to make friends. We are here. The goal is to win. And if I'm not winning, because we can't all be winners, what am I
Mm-hmm.
getting out of this house with? Have I been able to showcase myself to an extent companies will be fighting to work with me? Or am I going to be another useless person out there with nothing to write home about? Controversy is just following me up and down because that is what I sold. As for people in Big Brother thinking that Mercedes was not fit for the show or it was not the right time, we've seen a lot of shenanigans in that show. We've seen somebody screw another person's wife. We've seen a girl shove her tongue down throats of people over and over again. We've seen people mourning to finger playing in that show. So I don't know what people say when they say that they weren't ready for Mercedes. Pole dancing compared to microphone swallowing in the house, compared to people wiping, using toilet paper to wipe themselves after the deed has been done, compared to fingers flying up and down in between and moaning left, right, and center. Really? Dancing is where you draw the line? Really? People, voters, huh? Why are we kidding ourselves? And why are we lying to ourselves? It happens. These things are there. There's strip clubs everywhere. They're entertainers. They climb that pole and entertain you. And when they leave that stage and the stage name is left there and they're totally different person. I wish she could have been given the opportunity to show us what she's made of, because I think Mercedes deserved to be that in that house more than Araga and more than Ricky, because those are coach warmers. They're warming the coach Monday to Monday. As for Femi, she's giving me a Lebaye vibes, but not with the chaos. And the contestants are just swallowing it all up, hook, line, and sinker. That baby voice. I'm fragile. I need protection. I'm a child. You're above 18 and you went to a show whereby people are screwing one another and taking a shower in the bathroom, exposing themselves without a care in the world because they have to share the bathroom. So most likely you've seen somebody's loins there. You weren't a kid. What the hell? Um, anyways, to cut the long story short, I'm very glad that you're still doing well mentally. I will
Thank
continue
you.
fighting your battles on Twitter. I have all the time in the
Oh,
world.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
I hope I'll hear our doctor's insights in the house for this week. I know Dr. David has observed a lot and probably he has a lot to tell us that he's been able to see. Oh, and by the way, production, I know you're in the house. A quick one. Let us have a mini conference because you're losing the plot. I want to give you free advice because probably no one is going to come to you and tell you this. We are sick and tired of recycled strategies and recycled themes playing over and over again. We are really, really tired. Now, my girl Glory Elijah, she's very, very brilliant when it comes to matter strategy. She can be able to to smell rats from thousands of miles away. She can be able to give you guys strategies that will elevate the show. Now, please quit sneaking in and sitting in the comment section incognito, listening to us speaking here. Then you don't even understand the sound bites that we share here of what could be done, and you go and do something and it totally flops. Can you just bring this lady in as part and parcel of your team? You're losing the plot. You've lost the plot for decades. I will tell you for free. You guys stopped being authentic in season 3. From season 3 coming to the present, you've just been nothing but buffoons. Now listen, spend that dime on this lady and let this lady elevate your show, because you're losing it. You're losing subscribers. You're losing fans. You're wasting our times. And time is very precious. Please seek her services. She's going to do wonders. And stop just recycling stuff. You're just pissing us off. And I land. Bye.
Thank you. Mara, you're so dramatic. Thank you so much, Mara. You're really cracking me up over here. But I'm not going to say anything more than that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your recommendation. Thank you.
They're wasting time. They're wasting everybody's time. We've seen everything that is being played about. We've seen it all. There's nothing. Even the gambit, they rushed into it. They could have waited 4 weeks in before doing it. And like if he had stated there was a good opportunity for them to play with nature's twin, they're sleeping on that. These guys are just idiots. Sorry to say so.
I mean, Mara, yeah. Let me just even buttress your point a bit. One thing with me is I don't like giving myself flowers for anything because, I mean, look at the community we have. We've built a very solid community, especially for the show. And if I were to be a part of production, I would want to be listening to the conversations that are being had in this community every Saturday. I would want to listen in. Why? Not just because of Gloria Elijah, but because of people like you. The people like S. Kuku, in fact, everybody that has spoken here and everybody that speaks here, and not only people that actually vocalize their thoughts, but people that also engage in the comment section. There's a wealth of knowledge, there's a wealth of strategies that everyone in this community shares every time I put out a video or we are having a conversation like we're having now on a Saturday. So the message you're passing on to production, to be very honest, it's not, I don't even want to look at it as it being about Gloria Elijah. No, just even remove me from the picture if Gloria Elijah is such a nuisance, because of course I always would want to call her production or whatever. So just if Glory is a nuisance, just erase Glory from your mind, then listen to the public, the people that you're creating the show to entertain. Listen to what you're saying, listen to what you're demanding, and there you will even get your answer. And then you will even get more strategies, per se, on how to even enrich the show. But then it seems like every season that we talk about these things, the next season, it's a regurgitation of the previous thing that we complained about that we're seeing again. So now I just feel like I'm beginning to sound like a broken record and I don't even want to even talk about it anymore. Here's the reason I said
One
this season I'm going to be cruising, just getting myself entertained, honestly.
one of the things they need to stop doing is they need to stop hiding in the comment section. We see them, we know them by their stripes. We see them. Tunawaona kabisa. Let me use my Swahili language. Tunawaona kabisa, tunawaona. Please stop being stingy and having kettle arms and spend on people that would matter for this show to thrive. Jesus Christ.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mara. Thank you so much for your, in fact, for always being very, very assertive. We need people like you when it comes to the show.
I
Thank you
want to
so
wish
much.
you a fabulous week ahead, God's
Thank
favor
you.
and love upon you,
Thank
and
you
may
so
He
much.
protect you always from sleuths outside there.
Amen. Thank you so much. I
Amen.
really appreciate that. Thank you so
Take care,
much.
sis.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and
Alrighty.
gentlemen, yeah. If you want to contribute to the conversation, you know what to do. Click the link in the comment section and I will bring you on the stage. All right. We have Ovi Man. I think it's Naya. Naya, please, I don't know what happened. She left. Please come back. Everybody else that's been trying to join the conversation, please click the link in the comment section so I can add you now. All right. Ovi
Hello.
Man, you're welcome. Welcome to the conversation.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Wow. Hello.
I can hear you. Carry on. Hello.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Glory. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, perfectly. Perfectly. You're welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you too, Glory? I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for
Uh,
asking.
okay. Well, people have been talking about production, so now production is here. Let me speak for production. But no,
Oh, you are production.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. let me speak for production, but not all the way, because I'm also very critical of some of the things that they do, especially all those telling men to wear skirts and trying to, some of those things that I don't support. But I think also some of the fans should understand, like one of the criticisms we hear all the time is, why are they not getting so much different people and all of that. But we need to also
Mm,
understand that it's not everyone that can afford going to the show. It's not everyone. As much as, yes, Nigeria has a lot of people, and number one, it's not everyone that can afford going to the show. Number two, as much as we don't want to think about, it's not everyone that also will jump on that opportunity. As much as people are trying to be famous, some people are also very scared of the going there. Some people don't even have the means to go there. See, you hear them talking about how much it seems like you must have something. You must have like some so you have to buy a lot of stuff, you have to pay team. It seems like there's a lot. So as much as, yes, there are so many people in Nigeria, the only thing that it would have been different if maybe they try to reformat the system in a way whereby they can just get regular people. You know, like, of course, everybody there is regular. They are regular people, but it's also regular people of a certain social class, right? Because not everyone will be able to go and buy all those things that people are buying, and some people, you see them talking about their achievements, you start wondering, these people, that's why some winners even won in the past, because they had to now make themselves look like they are not in the level of the rest of the house. I don't need to mention their names, but I think we know some of them that did that. They had to reduce so people were like, oh, they felt sorry for them and they won. So if you get everybody like that, then who will you vote for? If everyone is. So I think that's also something we need to consider. And it doesn't mean that they cannot get more diversity, I mean, different people. But I also think they might not have as large options to pick from the way people think, to be honest. I think.
sorry, Sal. Sorry, Sal. Let me step in just a bit. Sorry.
Oh,
Since
okay.
since you are the advocate for
Production.
production, let me banter you for a bit. Let me banter you, friendly banter, anyways. So
Yeah, yeah.
you said something that some people might not be able to afford to go for the show. So my first question to you is: are you looking at the financial expenses, or what exactly do you mean by that? Now, the second question is your I think your last statement by they might not have enough options as we think. So here's what I have seen from social media, right? Because I do not have the facts or the figures, but what I know is the population of people that I have come across their testimonials on social media about how they went for the auditions. And most of the time, some of the housemates that they see in the house are not all the housemates that they actually came across during the auditions, which can be subject to questioning because, say, for instance, I go for the audition today and I do not see someone like Tammy. I might not go there tomorrow, but somebody else that went there tomorrow will definitely see Tammy, right? So it's subject to questioning. However, the point is, a lot of these people say that they don't see most of these housemates, right? Some people so, like, when some people now put out their own testimonials, they'll say, "Oh, you, I know you, I saw you there." This will say, "Oh, you, I saw you there." The place was crowded. So there are a lot of people that do go for the auditions, a lot, especially these physical auditions, right? So
Mm.
let's even limit the numbers to 500 people. It like add all the locations together: Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, and wherever. Right? Let's say about 500 people, which could be more, but an example, let's say about 500 people. So are they trying to say that out of 500 people, this is the best that they could get?
Mm. Oh, yeah. I think what I mean is that, of course, if it's for people, there are many people. I'm saying, I don't believe these selection processes as, not organic as the way people are thinking. That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's about just selecting people, Of course, we know there are so many people. Like Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa. So there are so
Mm-hmm.
many talents, so many people that will do much better. Yes, there are those people. I'm talking about, I actually don't think it's like an organic process. Just go and apply. I think there's also some kind of there's a group, there's a particular brand of people they are looking for the show. So, and I think in that pool, it's not as many as we think. So, of course, what they will put out there for people to think is that, oh, you can just go and apply and maybe they like your personality and you get in. But I'm not sure. I'm not going to accuse them, but I'm not sure if that's how they select. I'm not sure.
Mhm. Because
So
when you say that a lot of people might not be able to afford to go for the show, right? I'm assuming that it could be in the light of people not being financially capable of going, right? But let's now do like a very transparent judgment of these housemates, for example, the ones we're seeing in the house currently. I mean, when you watch these people on a daily basis, aside some of the girls who wear expensive human hair, there is nothing special that they are wearing. Do you understand where I'm coming from? There's nothing
yeah.
special they are wearing. There's nothing special in terms of, let's say, body care products that they are using. Because most of the time, because of the brands that are sponsoring the show, like the bathing soap, the toothpaste, they have most of those things in the house, right? So what exactly could it be? I mean, I'm looking at the guys. There's nothing special in their physical outlook in terms of what they wear. There's nothing special they are doing to their hair. It's the same barber that they bring to the house that comes to cut their hair. The girls, they have a hair extension brand that is sponsoring. So it's not like it's a must that all the girls. So there's no strict laid out rules that, okay, when you are coming to the show, you must wear 2 million naira human hair. I think most of these girls and, of course, most of the viewers put the pressure on these people to look the way they want to forcefully look, right, for the aesthetics. But also in the light of that, we've had housemates in the earlier seasons who come as they are, right? I mean, look at Ebuka's season. Even though I was quite young, I watched Ebuka's season to some extent, and they were just wearing their usual Ankara shirts, Ankara pants, trouser, even Big Brother Africa, everybody was just dressing so laid back, like they were just chill, like there was nobody putting a gun to your head that you must be able to afford in the sense of looking very expensive, right? But I think what a lot of people here are trying to say, and including myself, is that it's not possible, sir, in a country of over 200 million people, that every year that this show is coming up, that you are selecting, let's say, 20 to 30 people who know each other and who are friends with each other. Come on, we're not babies, right? They know each other. It's either they have a friend and as you are right now, as I'm talking to you, I don't even know what you look like. I don't even know who you're married to. I don't even know if you have children. I don't even know anything about your background. But how is it that every year in this house, in this Big Brother's house, you see 20 to 30 people, at least 2, 3, or 4 of them, they know each other, or they know a previous housemate, or they know the friend of a friend that knows. Do you see how connected they are? And that's the reason why there's a lot of speculations around, is there a list or is there a pool from which there's a waiting list where production picks people? And personally, personally, I do not have a problem per se if there's a list or whatever. At the end of the day, it's not a charity organization. It's a business at the end of the day. Production needs to make money, right? But where I do have a problem is that when they come into the house, it's like they forget why they are there. A lot of them behave like they had a conversation prior to coming into the house, and some of them, they act like they got a lot of assurances that, oh, just go into the house, just show your face, you become popular. Look at the likes of Nomi. Nomi is one housemate that if anybody knocks my head, I will say it 10 times that girl behaves like someone gave her assurance that if you go into that house, even if you insult Big Brother, you're not going anywhere. That's the way she's behaving. And this is not the first time we are seeing a Nomi character. We've seen several Nomi characters every season. And guess what? We are never wrong. Because by the time the show ends, you will now find out that, your speculations were right. They knew somebody. They knew people that knew people that knew people. Do you
You're
get where we're
right.
coming from?
Yes, yes, yes. And actually, my sister, if you ask me that song of is it Wumi or Ama Wumi, if you ask me now, who I go ask, what it means is that these people, honestly, I think it's more like Hollywood, you know. As
Mm-hmm.
much as yes, you see new actors and new, you find out that there is connection somewhere. It's
Mm,
like a network. It can just be some agent. It's an entire entertainment conglomerates, let me say. And so everything is
mm-hmm.
kind of connected somehow, maybe from the agency. So I don't think you just walk in. What I'm trying to say, I'm not saying that's the way it should be, but I'm just looking
Mm,
at the whole thing without just looking at it from their business perspective, the way you like to say, it's a business. So I don't think it's somewhere you just
mm,
walk in as an everyday person without any backstory connecting you somehow. Maybe not necessarily
mm,
the way people are thinking that so you pay money or something. It might just be some kind of networking thing. You must kind of align somehow. And also they
mm,
have to do a lot of background checks on people. They also don't want somebody that will just come there and say one thing that will end the whole show and all of that. So
mm,
I feel like, of course, they can't skip all those. They can't, make sure that no mistakes happen because we've seen people that say some things that is not even planned. I think there was a time the Mercedes people are talking about. I think there was a time she was even challenged. I saw a clip where she was challenging the Big Brother something about her poll that she was even angry with the organizer. Is it the Big Brother
those are,
himself?
yeah.
So I feel like and you see the way they also just my thinking. I'm not sure if I feel like sometimes if there is someone that they feel like okay is not good for their business, even if they tell people to vote, I feel like
Mm,
maybe they also go with as long as you're not going to cause controversy if they remove you, meaning uh
mm,
maybe you're so much like a fan favorite. Of course, even if you misbehave a certain way, there's a way they'll still kind of, because they're afraid of losing ratings. Or is it that popularity?
mm,
But
mm,
if it was safer for them, for Mercedes to go as in the first eviction, because as people might say that it's an 18 rated show and all of that. Yes,
mm,
but at the same time, if you look at it from a business perspective, because don't forget that
mm,
the reason why you have how many sponsors do they have now? Is it 15 or 10? The reason why you have those people cannot advertise on a regular adult content show. So
mm,
what they do is yes, it's 18 because of all those bikinis you see and some of those they don't try to, but there's a limit, and that
mm,
limit they cannot cross it, not for themselves, not like these people are so much moral, and it's for especially the brand and their sponsors and all of that. Because have you seen
mm,
anybody advertising on a porn on an adult content video? So
mhm.
any normal person, you only see similar
Yeah.
you know yeah. So that's how people also should look at this whole thing. It's a business also for them. So yes, there is some things that they will not. Maybe they thought that she will do something similar to what she's known for, but uh the lady, I don't think she was leaving anything so much to the imagination of people looking at her, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think she
Yeah.
was leaving. Even the kind of bikini, it's almost like a string or something. So
Yes.
yeah, to be honest with you, if you want to, people that want to consume adult content, you know where to find it. It's not something that I will advocate, but
Yeah.
the kind, like I watched one of you, I don't know if it's a video, if it was on a live, that you said something that they have kind of, people need to understand the importance of seduction or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like, because when you commonize, when you make it like, it loses that kind of flair. I think that's one of the reason why someone like what's the name, is it Didi of
Mm,
last season. I think she
mhm,
had this thing of that aura, attract everybody, but at the same time you could not see her physically doing stuff, right? But
Yes.
when the moment that there was that thing of, oh, she she was kissing with the other guy,
Yeah.
honestly, the names is the problem. But you know the guy, the popular guy that was with
And then
that
Koi,
was
yeah, Koi, and
yeah,
then Kolma.
yeah, yeah, the one that was following her everywhere. I don't think it's Coin. I know Coin, the other one. So yeah.
Yeah, that was following her everywhere.
Yes, yes, yes. So if you notice, immediately she got into that thing with him, and there was that physical. So a lot of her fans or some people, attraction that could have made her possibly even win the show kind of reduced, even though she
Mhm.
was still very much a main player, but the traction reduced. So, and I feel like the Mercedes, yes, you can, leave more to the imagination of people, right? You can do is it
Mm.
the tumbling, whatever they do on the pole, but just don't make it too. They have to. I think they were even blurring her her image somehow. They were blurring
Yeah,
it. And you
yeah,
see, maybe it's a lot of work for the editors to be blurred. Anytime she appears, they have to be ready with their blur. They have to be ready. They have to be ready to blur something anytime she
yeah,
appears. So it's
yeah.
not. I think people like that are nice people. Like, I'm not all, but I think some of those kind of people, you find out that they are the nicest people. In terms of how they treat other people. But at the same
Yes,
time, you have to also look at everything from the business perspective, kind of. And
yes.
as much as they are, because of their, if not for anything else, because of their sponsors. Unless you want them
Mhm.
to create a whole different show where they don't rely on sponsors at all. So
Yeah.
maybe they will make their streaming very expensive. Will you be able to pay 5,000? Let's say, will you be able to pay $500 to subscribe so that they don't get any sponsors? So
Oh, yeah, I get where you're
people
coming
need to.
from, and unfortunately, or should I say, fortunately as well, I think it's both sides of the coin at this point. I think Nigeria is not that country that adheres to parental guidance in terms of shows that adults and kids should watch. So you
Yeah.
find out that even with certain kinds of movies that are produced in the cinemas, when you go to a cinema, you
Exactly.
still find parents going to go and watch a horror movie with a newborn baby or a 5-year-old. People still do that. So there is no boundary in terms of consumable content for TV in Nigeria. There is, as by the law, but unfortunately, a lot of people do not adhere to those boundaries. So when it comes to the Big Brother show as well, that is the same situation we have. You
Mhm.
still find young. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, and
I'm
quickly,
I'm going to
Glory,
use myself
just
as an
to
example.
inside
Some of the
now
people,
I've done the production aspect, which I just feel like, I think there's just somewhere that probably some of the fans are not considering. But you see,
Mhm.
now for the show itself, you see, like, what's the name? This lady that people are talking about so much, Nomi, yeah. I think
Yeah.
for her, I think she might sabotage herself if she does not know where to put a limit on this, because obviously if she might be acting, trying to piss people off and all of that. But I feel like she also needs to have a limit, kind of, because it can also affect her. They might disqualify her. She's being rebellious. She's challenging even the show producers themselves sometimes. But I feel like, for other for the other kind of behavior that she exhibits, people like that in the real world, those are not the even people. Those are not the people you should be concerned about. People that can show you they don't like you just from the word go. People that,
Mm,
they don't mind being. If they don't like you, they'll tell you. If they are your enemies, they are your enemies. I think people like that are even easier to deal with, because you know where your problem is coming from. But you
mm,
see the people that will laugh and pretend in front of you, and they behind you, they can talk bad about you and try to bring you down, or even jealous you and all of that. I feel like
mm.
those are the kind of people that you should be more concerned about. And someone like, what's the name? Is it Shiba? I like the lady. I think she's she's very competitive. I think what is doing her is overkaku. In those back in the day, there's something we used to call overkaku. I don't think that is still it is still trendy in Nigeria. But
Yes.
then we say overkaku. So meaning overcalculation, and it's sad that I saw the diary session of nature and the way she was really lamenting. So I feel like she's also a very emotional person, which
Mm,
might not be, sometimes it might not be very good because they might use it. Someone can push her, trigger her, she might even ask for to leave the show if she gets too emotional. But so far, she seems like a very, I don't know, maybe she's just acting, but she seems like someone who is very a good a strong contender. She's winning things, and so
mm,
far she's not like, you don't notice some dubious, sinister kind of moves from her. So I think she's really trying
yeah.
the nature. But for Shiba, I hope she gets back into because I still believe in her. I like the lady because I just feel like
Mhm.
maybe that part of the way she handled, there are some people that they are very much comfortable with you
Mm,
as their friend, as long as they are winning over you, as long as they are like the
true,
star, they are like the star of that friendship. But
true.
when yeah, but I hope everything will be sorted
Yeah.
between them.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Obi Man. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for standing in the court of law to defend to defend production. I think in week one
Production, yeah.
I was also trying to play devil's advocate for production in week one, and I just decided that, you know what, I'm over it at this
All right,
point.
but let me just see, Glory. You see, and also for people saying boring, boring. To be honest with you, I don't think they should look at it so much as like that because these people, I think probably people that are expecting fighting every time, yeah, which is also
Yeah.
part of it. But you see, the shipping, you can't put an equal amount of men and women. There's no way, even without a show. Even in schools, I think most of us have gone through the campus and all of that. There's
Mm,
no way you put these people together and you won't expect all those trying to couple up and mixing. Even without a show, it's like a natural thing. But the thing is that
mhm,
they can mix everything up. That mixing with the couples, they can also make it dramatic. There's also quarrel. You see them backbiting, you see them gossiping. So I think it all comes together. But when people are, so the shipping thing should not be so much prioritized as the only, like, oh, if there is shipping then the whole show is boring. You might look at everything that comes with the shipping, all those conversations
mhm.
and all those fightings.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
what I think
I get
about.
what you mean. I get what you mean. I
Yeah.
mean, personally, you know that for me, I love mind games a lot, and I see
Yeah.
these housemates doing a lot of that. However, why this week it's suddenly looking like the housemates are now more focused on shipping is because everybody's attention is now focused on the shipping. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody in that house. The only person that is not even that one is living in a world of his own. It's Aiko. But
Mm,
everybody else, look at even Cassie. At some point, I thought that maybe Cassie was just a floating ranger. But now it's like he has interest in Nomi. Nomi is giving him conditions. Don't be friends with this one so that he can sleep in my bed. And he's considering it, although he hasn't jumped on it fully yet. So it's like even Nomi too that came in as a villain, she too is considering shipping. And that's the
mm,
part that is just exhausting at this point because when you look at the villains of the season, Nomi number one, Tram number two, Cassie is also building up as a villain after Ibuka's reminder on in the first week's live eviction show. You will now see that those people who were the villains probably they're trying to diversify their role in the house. So they are now choosing to now join the bandwagon. Let me also have a ship to
mm.
lean on. And that's where it's
Yeah,
now looking like everybody is now doing the same thing.
exactly. Is the Dede, yeah, that's the name. Is the Dede effect.
Mm,
Everybody wants to have this thing of people fight over me all of a sudden. It's very funny. But I think it worked for Dede because she was not really interested in so many guys. You see, even the one she later, that, should we say, overpowered her, is it subdued her or something, that one had to, keep at it and going, and it was only that one. So for her, I don't think it was just strategy. I think she's probably also like that, with maybe very
Mm,
particular kind of guy. But these other ones, some of them might be opposite of that kind of character, and
yeah.
they are trying to do that as a strategy in the show. So, and
Mm,
it's very funny. And the worst part is that they are busy doing all manner of physical activities. I mean, physical intimacy, which I've always said that I've never seen how necessary it is, because it even removes okay, you've seen them do that thing, so what else do you want to see? And
mm-hmm.
and these are not things that okay, people are different consumers, but at the same time, I don't think those are the things that people I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. All those you know what's
Mm,
the name, bells, and is it bells and Godessa, the things that
mm,
they are doing. And you see the guy speaking, I saw where he was saying something so crazy about the bells, that she's nasty, she's all of that. And she's doing this reverse psychology thing, that okay, if I play about it, it won't be as embarrassing. But unfortunately, I don't think those things are very, that's just me. I'm sure there are some fans that really enjoy those things, but for me, uh, those things are not
yeah.
interesting.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your apt analysis. It's always a
Yeah,
pleasure speaking with
thank
you,
you.
sir. Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much for your time. Thank you very
All right.
much. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the conversation is still on. We still have, I think, about, let's say, 30 minutes to continue this conversation before we wrap up. All right. So if you still want to contribute to the conversation, you know where to find us on YouTube. Come on here to Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah on YouTube, and you click on the link in the comment section to join the conversation. All right. Okay. David was here before, but he dropped off. David, the link is in the comment section for you to join. If you are still here, we are looking forward to your analysis, David. All right. Let's speak with Rael. Hi, Rael. You're welcome.
Hi, Glory.
How are you?
I'm fine. You?
I'm doing great. Thanks for
I think
asking.
I, I think next week I need to come with a cane because you don't go by your time. Because my network has been fucking me up, and the speaker has been speaking and with Mercedes and da da da. I think you're not going with the topic this season. Like you give the topic, but you don't go with that. When someone comes with another thing, maybe the person
Are
speaks
you
about it a little bit and maybe move on with the main topics that we have for this week rather than taking us back to Mercedes and stuff. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
okay? So I get where you're coming from. However, this is why we have the meeting on Saturdays, right? Because there's just a lot of things that happens from Sunday. Remember, we have the lives on Saturday. So from that Saturday night, from the party till we meet again, there's a lot that would have happened in the house. And I think it's okay for us to talk about it. And also, you need to also acknowledge the fact that there are limited characters in the title box for these lives. So even if I want to put in everything we're going to talk about, there isn't enough space because of the limited characters. So what you see on the title is what I can manage to put in there. All right. So when the conversation is flowing, we then begin to chip in other parts that was not mentioned. So I apologize if if it takes you back some way. But yeah, it's just a
No,
general
I'm,
conversation.
I'm I'm fine. I'm fine with that. But there should be timing. There shouldn't be. You shouldn't drag it. People shouldn't drag it so much. Then it makes the conversation a bit too long, and sometimes it gets boring at some point because when you talk about one personality over and over and over, it gets a bit boring. I don't know, but you anyway, you let's just leave it that way. Mm.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so
Yeah, that's
okay, so
fine.
I'll go for Kamsi. I think Kamsi has sabotaged. No one has sabotaged, or maybe done anything to come see her. I think she has done everything. What is happening to her? I think she has done everything to herself. Because for me, if you want to play the game of making men chase after you, or talking to this man and talking to this guy at the same time, I think there are some things you need to spice it up by yourself. There's a saying that men get attracted to what they see. You can't just wear hoodie from morning to evening and expect the man to be so much attracted to you and chasing you here and there. I'm not talking about you wearing expensive things, expensive wigs, expensive dresses or something else like that. But please, they should be dressing. I was so disappointed when she went to the diary room and said, "Oh, big brother, I'm sorry, but I only brought night tea. You only brought night tea." Like, what the fuck? Like, forgive me my French. You come on a big show like this and you come in with big boxes and you're telling me you only just came with night teas. I was glad Biggie asked, "Did you just came to Big Brother's house to sleep?" And he was like, "Oh, Biggie, for me, when I'm in the house, I only wear night tea." Like, I just, and you're there crying, "Oh God, I don't know what is happening to you." You are doing yourself. God has nothing to do with what is happening to you now. Because if you want to play the script of Dede or something else like that, Dede was showing up. Dede will wake up in the morning, bath, dress up, not in terms of putting on expensive wigs and those stuff. At least show up, dress, look attractive for the guys. So I was yesterday. I think you were talking about the way Chinsom was addressing her, how she dresses and how she looks. I won't fault Chinso so much. I think she has done it herself, because you can't just wake up and just be looking like just like a housewife with children, looking after your children just like that, and you expect your husbands or your boyfriend should be happy and chasing you here and there. For me, I think that is whatever is happening to her, she has done it herself. And I will go for Temi. Um, at first I was liking the girl, but it seems now it's getting a bit too much for me, and I'm really shocked. Big Brother didn't caution her about those looking at the cameras, talking to the cameras in with her in the diary room, because I was just surprised, like, wow, Biggie, what is wrong? You won't caution this girl about talking to the cameras and looking at the cameras anytime and acting up. Like, seriously? And chasing after one man to the other, and people are hyping her and saying also, if it were to be Isabella last year, people will be calling names and a shower and this and that, say all sorts of names. And now it is this girl's turn. And people, when you go on Twitter, people are hyping her. "Oh God, oh my God, she's playing the game all night." I like what the fuck with you people? Do it's like you select people and always make some people look saint, and you call other people's names just to disgrace people. And I'm like, and Godessa and Sheba murdering her here and there, da. It's like, Godessa, no, you don't go for Sheba. Sheba, are you forgetting your child? Sorry for me to bring her child in that. Are you forgetting your family at home? Your child that is at home. You said you came here for the money, and you are here murdering a 21 or 22-year-old girl who is also there for the money. It's like, when I look at her doing all those stuff, I just don't understand. And Mr. Ricky, what is going on with Ricky? I thought when Ricky came in, I was like, wow, Ricky couldn't give me the kind of Perry energy, those kind of things. And now Mr. Ricky has turned into a furniture, moving from one lady, it wouldn't work. Then she goes here, it wouldn't work. And talking about sex. What is wrong with Ricky in the house? There is no, Ricky won't sit down a day and talk about strategy with someone. "Oh, let's do this. When someone, when I look at Ricky, I just don't understand that. Like a full-grown man, you came into a big show like this. You don't even have a single strategy. You don't talk about anything with anyone. At least find one guy, one you could be close, talk strategy with a guy. It's so funny when he sat down with Bells and Yusuf and always talking about sex. You need to do the sex, do this, do that. You won't get time to go outside and do this. It's like, what the fuck, guy? Is that why you're in the house? Just to watch people, or just to listen to someone having sex, or just to be a counselor for people to have sex in the house? They are too adult. If they want to have sex, they will do it on their own. No, you counseling them to tell them to do or do this or do this. Is that why you're in the house, Ricky? Ricky, and with that bandana, I don't know. Does he want that bandana on his head?
I
Like
don't know. I'm not
from
excited.
day from day one, Ricky had that bandana on his head, and every day bandana. What is it, Ricky?
I think that's his aesthetics now. Eh? There's no harm in having a style. That's a style.
Oh, but Glory bandana, but bandana was way. I don't know. Even though I don't think I was even born. It was 2019 where bandana came up. Bandana is not something that is going to be coming back into the system again. So what is that? If you're telling me that is your style, no. I don't. And Abby, I'm so much heartbreaking with Abby going back into the shadows because I really love the way Abby came into the house and was like, okay, she had that boldness. She would go boot for boot for you. If you come for her, she will come for you too. And all of a sudden, I can't find Abby again. Abby has turned into the white man's wife in Big Brother's house, washing, cooking, cleaning, and all those stuff. It's like Abby. I don't know why. I feel I don't know. Is she intimidated by what Flora and Onye did to her? It's like I don't know whether she's scared or I just can't wrap my head around what Abby is doing in the house. And I am so heartbreaking with how Abby has just run back into the shadows. You won't hear from Abby. People were in the comments that you only hear from Abby when they are in the arena and Big Brother shouts his name, Abby. That is where you see that, oh, okay, there's someone in this house called Abby. And that is it. And yeah, and Tram, my guy, is Trump very sure that the kind of game he's playing, it won't cut up with him at the end, and maybe he might be in a situation he might not know what to do next. Because I felt, guy, don't involve yourself with any ship or anything. With Temi and those just don't involve yourself. I wanted him to be a one man standing and he'll be able to go far in the game. But you going to getting yourself messed up with a ship. I don't know whether it's going to be a ship or not. I don't know because for Temi, she goes into the diary room and the next day she comes out. It's another man. I don't like Keivo. I like Barry. I don't like Barry. I like Araga. Now, even early at the hours of the, I think she was talking to Sheba and Goddess and she was like, she's going for Gerard because of Kamsi, da. And I was like, girl, seriously? You be chasing, yeah, are you trying to change man every hour, every seconds or what? Anyway, so
All
for my
right.
last song, I'll go for Nomi. Um, Nomi. Hey God, I don't know how to describe Nomi, but I think for her behavior, she needs to tone it down a bit because I think as Africans, we are much more big on respect. So if you portray a lot of this respect, it might be a game plan for you, but you might also sabotage your own game. People might get to hate you. And you know there's Big Brother streets. When people get to hate you, they take you very far. The threats, the insults and everything. So I think she needs to tone it down and maybe then find a new strategy because it seems her strategy with Tram is fading out. So I think she needs to find something new and then spice it up. I think she'll go far in the show. So I won't take much of your time, Gloria. I'll allow someone to speak also. All right.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ryle. Thank you for your contribution. I really appreciate that.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Okay. All right. Let's speak with David. David is back. Hi, David. You're welcome
Hi,
back.
hi, Glory. Thanks for having me. Sorry, I had to go. It was an emergency. But I'm
Okay.
happy to be back.
Welcome.
Yeah, I missed a little bit of what she just said. The last speaker, but I missed a part of it, a bunch the earlier parts. But yeah, let's go back to the topic. Do you have what's the real topic today? What's the just like a paraphrase.
Oh yes, we're looking at the shipping situation in the
Hello,
house.
Glory.
Can you hear me?
Glory, I can't
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me? Oh, you can't
Hello,
hear me. Can you? Oh
can you
wow.
guys hear me? Oh,
I
hold on.
can hear David. Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear David? Please, if you can
I
hear
can't
me
hear
or
Glory.
David.
Glory, can you hear me?
Oh yes, yes, I can hear you,
Shall I let
David.
me log out? I'm gonna log. I
Okay,
can't
yes,
hear
log
you
out.
though.
Okay, let me do
Uh,
this. Let me remove him and bring him back. Okay, David, can you hear me now? David, can you hear me now? Uh, guys, can you hear me and David, or can you hear one of us? Which one? Uh, I don't know what's happening. Okay, David, everybody can hear you. I can also hear. Okay, he's joining with another device, I guess. Okay, hi, David. I can. Can you hear me now?
yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, this is perfect. Everybody can hear you too. This is perfect. This is perfect.
Okay. Something is
Yeah.
wrong. Am I? Do I have two devices on?
Let
Or
me
maybe
remove
that's
the
not.
other one.
Yeah, just take
Okay.
out. Okay, good, fantastic. All right, thanks. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
So maybe I should. I was asking you the question that what is the? Is there any like main questions for today,
Okay.
or just
Yes. Yes. We're
yeah?
talking about the shipping situation in the house. It seems
Okay,
like the season now revolves around shipping as a
okay,
strategy for most of the housemates. Then number two, there's Mercedes eviction. How do you feel about
okay,
that? You know, the controversy
okay,
surrounding it, and also strategies that these housemates are playing. Do you think
okay,
it's are they boring, or are you enjoying the mind games they are playing? Yeah.
okay. Fantastic. Three. Let's start with the first one. Right, shipping. I don't have a problem when people ship. You know, I'm not an anti-shipper, right? But I'm also
Mm-hmm.
not a pro. I'm not a pro shipper. I'm not the guy who's looking for a sheep just to decide who I'm going to support and all that. No, I think that there's a the shipping question and the question about the strategies of the third question are connected. Um,
Hmm.
I think the issue here is what let me use a quote that people know. It says one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter, right? Or how they say
Hmm.
it in different places, one man's meat is another man's poison, right? So what is to some people shipping is what they want. That's their level of what entertainment is, right?
Yes.
And I'm not going to say that they're wrong or right. That's what they want, right? However, this is the 11th season, right? So it gets to a point where you have to say there has to be something else. Even if you want to play the shipping strategy, right? You have to spice it up. There has to be something,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I don't know that, and it goes back to how much you need to tweak something to get a result. Now, if the from the beginning, from the outset, is this the best housemates they could have gotten for this season? Because no matter how much you try to make a gambit, throw if the people themselves, you can't give what you don't have, right? So the imagine comparing the current housemates with the last season or the one before that or even the one before that, right?
Hmm.
I think they will struggle. You see what I'm saying? I think the ones here, if you take maybe two or three of them, and maybe except for like two or three, most of the other ones there, they will struggle in any other season, right? And it's
Hmm.
because they don't have a good game plan. Comes back to
Hmm.
strategy. You see the conversation that Yusuf and Ricky, and I'll throw Araga into that mix. The conversation of masculinity, right? Defining
Yeah.
masculinity based on this is the expectation is that you have to be on it. It still borders around. They were talking about Tram, I think it was Tram. They were talking about that. Hey, why are you not chasing someone? Is that really all they have? Is that really all they have? And again, you can't give what you don't have. I'm sorry, you
Mm-hmm.
cannot give what you don't have. So at the end of the day, this is my conclusion. Many of the people here, they came this season now, this particular season.
Oh
It's
yeah.
either they're
Moonlight.
playing it's
Moonlight.
I yeah, it's either they're playing a strategy that has been played before and they're playing it subpar. So they're not improving on it. They are going lower, right?
Hmm.
Or they have no strategy and they just came to the house to wing it, or and for those people that have no strategy, the default is shipping. You see, so
Mm.
they can now ship, right? And they can't ship in a, how do you say that word? There's a way you phrased shipping that tickles your fancy. There's a shipping
Yeah.
that causes entanglements, right? That's the word, entanglement,
Yeah.
right? They won't do entanglement, and they also will not do triangles or quadrangles. You can even go more than triangle. It can be four people, not even three, right?
Yes.
Remember the Kosi saga, right? Remember
Yeah.
between Kosi, you had Kosi, yeah, Yemi Craigs, you had Miracle. You also had Blue Ivor. Is that her name? Yeah. So
Yes.
you can have more than three people, but we're not even seeing that. We are seeing Bells and Yusuf. That's it. We are seeing Araga, a wasted man. I'm sorry to use that word, and Rodessa. That's it. I said in the comment section, I said I wish I could have a one-on-one tete-a-tete, right? A conversation with the guys in this house. I'm telling you, they'll probably punch me in my face if I tell them the truth because they are they are showing nothing. Like it's all
Mm-hmm.
like you wake up, you chase a girl, you play hard to get, you wake up, and that's all about it. And if that is what this show is now all about, then you need to rethink the kind of people that get into the show. So that's my
True.
problem with them. That's why I said that the shipping thing and the strategy thing is connected. By the way, when it comes to strategy, I've not seen. Okay, so I'm going to be blunt here, right? So
Mm.
Timmy, right? Timmy Timmy is playing a decent game, right? See, what I mean
Mm.
is this: she's playing a game where she's trying to appeal to a base, a younger base. So if you divide the entire voting population into let's say it's there, of course they're all generations who watch the show, right? But if you
Mm-hmm.
divide the population into Gen Zs and millennia, right? She's playing into
Mm-hmm.
the younger Gen Z generation, the younger ones, right? So she's
Yeah.
playing this. If you've been to a boarding school, they'll call it school father, school mother, the school. She's playing like, oh, I'm a child, help me out, and all that, right? For $160
Mm.
million. Like, and Godessa and Sheba are falling into line. However, she's also, I don't know how that strategy is going to take you all the way to 10 weeks without you tweaking that strategy, right? So
Mm.
there's power in knowing your strategy and being flexible about it. And when I say flexible, not the way that what's her name, the one who's married to a white guy. Hold on.
Abby.
Not the, so when you're, yeah, exactly, Abby, right? Your flexibility here is you are in the moment and you recognize that this thing is going to backfire and you tweak it,
Mm.
right? And when we say backfire, not just to the people in the house, but to the audience that actually determines who wins the show, right? So based on
Mm.
things that happen, you tweak your stuff to your favor, not against your favor, right? Oh yeah. So
Mm.
that's she's not doing that. In fact, the way Abby's playing the game, right? It's almost like she has reverted back to a pseudo white money. You know when white money won with the kitchen strategy, right? Just kitchen, kitchen, kitchen,
Yeah.
kitchen, right? How do you think you're just going to be doing the house chores, and that's going to be enough for you to see? It's not that thing is not helping Abby because there is a society has a role on men and women, right? For example,
Mm-hmm.
society usually does not expect a man to cook all the time. There are great men that cook, right? But it's not thing that they'll see you in the kitchen for 10 weeks. So that thing that white money did for a male, if a female does that, it will be well as expected, right? So
True.
What Abby is doing as a female doing the chores is not unexpected. Do you understand what I'm saying? So how does she think
Mm.
that that strategy is going to attract some pity votes or some intriguing votes into her side? I don't see that happening. You know, Tram
Exactly.
Tram is. I also like Tram in a way. I see what he's trying to do, market the waters, but it still comes back to this issue of shipping. Let me tell you this: if Tram and Tammy get into some, if they're into a ship, I'm not going to castigate them, right? But I'm sorry, there has to be more than sheep. Are people not tired
Mm-hmm.
of this thing? Like there has to be more. See,
Exactly.
they are. I don't want to say it here, but maybe one day we're going to talk about strategies, right? But there are
Mm-hmm.
things you can do if you're going to that house that you are speaking to the audience outside, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
getting a fan base. It has absolutely nothing to do with how much hatred you get in the house, as long as you can keep your cool and you don't get disqualified, right? You can actually win the show with a good strategy, right? But that's for another day. The second question you said was Miracle. Sorry, was Mercedes,
Mercedes.
right?
Yeah.
Now, we don't have. I said it in the comment section. We don't have now that Mercedes is out of the house, right? There is no Mercedes Benz no more. We have Toyota Corollas now, right? We have Toyota Corollas. We have Kia Motors. We have Kekena Pep. We have. They have removed one of the spice of the season so early. So the question is, was it justified? Do we have a say in it? I was listening to the person before, the guy, I forget his name. He was saying that it was going to represent production, right? Just two that spoke before me, right? Said it was going to
Mhm.
represent production. I was saying that, um
Yes.
yes, it was trying to say that, well, the show should not be, well, I'm sorry, this show is 18 plus, right? So
Yeah.
if it's not, if you the double standard is obvious. So this is the same show that we saw Angel in the Shine Your Eyes season, right? Do some
Mm-hmm.
things, never got, like, literally they intentionally, remember that season, it was before that season they were having five people get to the finals. They had to make six people get there. They had to make Angel and Perry get to the finals, if you remember very well, right? Like, they
Mm-hmm.
kept her even when she should have gone, right? Now you might say maybe the production has changed, leadership in the company has changed, maybe the new people that are there are pseudo very, very religious people, right? And they know the
Mm.
country they're in. Maybe that's what's informing them. But I think it's a double whammy to us, the viewers, not being able to. I mean, she sold herself, right? But she could have sold herself more if the longer she stayed in the house. Period. Like, anyone can give her this pat in the back for 2 weeks, but 2 weeks is not nothing close to 5 weeks, right? So they did
Mm-hmm.
that girl dirty. I'm not saying she didn't make, we don't know the votes. They said we don't really know things about voting patterns, right? We don't know. What they tell us is what they say. You come Sunday, tomorrow is Sunday now, you'll say
Exactly.
this is the last two people. How do you know? I'm not doubting the voting system, but we don't really know. It's just what they tell you that you have to go by, right? So
Mm-hmm.
she's it's sad. It's sad that she left there early, because she was giving something that was different. No one else in that house is giving that. It doesn't mean I like what she's giving, but no one else is giving something close to that. Rather, they're all jumping into shipping. And the
Mm-hmm.
shipping now, they should stop it. They should. I guess they can't stop it, because when humans come together, one person said maybe they should even make a show where it's just one gender, right? Maybe next season, for example, only females, right? Or the season after that, only males. Well, I'm sorry to bust that person's bubble. There's same sex re- relationships, so they can also have that too, right? So you can just your bromance, you're laughing. It's not going to solve the problem, right? So, because at the end of the day, it's a social experiment, and humans revert back to their primitive things, which is sex. Really, it's one of the primitive,
Yeah.
and that's why you're seeing this all the time, right? It's what it is. So the strategy, in a nutshell, in a summary, right? um the strategies in the house are not, nothing so far has caught my fancy.
Mm.
Fancy to the point where I'm glued, right? There, I can see some people make some moves, right? I
Mm.
understand what Godessa is trying to do, but Godessa is no cozy, right? Godessa is
Yeah.
not Godessa is not even a day. You need to understand how this thing
Not
works,
all.
right? And I can see what Tammy is trying to do. Some people have played that game before, but not as she's playing it now. But again, I don't know if that is enough. I can
Mm.
see what Flora is now a she's now a
A
gambit.
gambler.
and
Yeah.
and and I can see what Oyin and Flora, well, what their role they play, and I see what Tram is trying to do among the guys now, right? I can see what
Mm.
Tram is trying to do. For the other guys, for Ricky, Ricky has to empty his balls, right? And I don't want to say bad about Ricky, but Ricky is fascinating, right? Because I'm going to use a word here. This is an 18 plus show, right? This one, this
Yeah.
this talk, right? So you will not blow my speech now, right? Right? You won't blow what I'm about to say,
Yes.
right? I just have to take permission, right? voyeurism, right? The act of having fantasies, looking at not the peeping hole thing, right? So being entertained sexually, arousal because some other people around you are doing something, right? I have not seen that strategy in Big Brother. So in a way, you have to give it to Ricky. I know this is funny, right? But I've not actually seen that move before, right? It doesn't mean I agree with it, but besides that, the guy is, again, like I said, the guys need to come together. Araga, Yusuf, Ricky himself. Chimsom. So Chimsom is a good guy in a way that he had a strong personality. I was looking up to. I don't know what happened to him. I'm serious. Chimsom, like I know between him and Kamsi there was this thing, but somehow he's been lost in the numbers. I hope he can find a way back.
Yeah.
But those are the people I'm looking at, really. And I don't know. It's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of information.
Thank you
It's
so
called.
much,
Yeah.
David. Yeah. Do you still have some points?
No. I'm done. It's just
Oh,
again, if Ricky doesn't empty his stuff, we'll be in trouble. Because remember, this is the same show that what's his name? Barry. Yeah, let me talk about Barry, right? Barry, how can you masturbate? Oh my god, this is crazy, man. How can you think about it though, really? How can you openly even say this, right? I know it's an 18 plus show, right? But
yeah.
how can you do that? Like seriously, what are we doing, right? So imagine this scenario, and let me see, imagine the people I'm talking about. I just mentioned Ricky and Barry, for example, right, and
Yeah.
Araga. Put them beside people like Lakon. Put them beside people like Pere. Put them beside
Mm-hmm.
people like White Money himself. Put them beside people like Faith, right? Put them beside people like I can go on and on and on. Even Adekunle, right? Put them beside lots
Mm-hmm.
of other people in the past. They can't, it doesn't, they just we're having a, how do they say that thing? What is the opposite of, when somebody comes with something and then somebody comes with a 2.0 of that thing, right? So Pro Max, right? What is the
Yeah.
opposite? What is the opposite of Pro Max? What is the opposite when you're going backwards? When the person is now, that is what we're having here. We're having
Oh my
people that
God.
are trying. You're laughing. I'm serious. We're having people play a role that they didn't really prepare well for it. They didn't know
Yeah.
exactly how to play the role, and they're just trying to play the role halfway. And we all, the same audience that watched the last few seasons, are seeing them do it, right? Yeah, let me just keep quiet. Let me just let other people talk. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, David. You're just cracking me up. Really, you're cracking me up. I mean, when you were talking about, us discussing strategies, one particular strategy just got into my head. Not really a strategy for the housemates, but the strategy for production. Like, since viewers are sick and tired of the shipping thing every season, why not just have a season where we either have an all male show or an all female show, and then out of the blues, maybe when everybody's getting horny and all whatnot, just send in two guys. If it's a female season, or if it's a male season, send in maybe two females, right? And then let them stir things up, because you're going to see the battle for attention. Oh, the guys will definitely want to impress the girls. And we're talking about hot bodies. We're not talking about mid bodies. We're talking about hot bodies. You see, the ones that look like all these Instagram models, the ones
Yeah,
that
yeah,
if
yeah.
it's BBL,
Glory,
hot, hot babe.
you're not talking about bodies like Kamsi, how Kamsi dresses, right?
No,
You're not.
there's nobody in that house, as far as I'm concerned. There's nobody in that house. No, I'm sorry to say, no shade to the ladies. I love my women, but there is nobody. Ricky, I say Ricky, David, when I'm talking about baddies, currently there is a war of baddies on Instagram, Nigerian social media space, yeah, where they say the battle of the baddies, the one that is, sleeping with somebody's husband, You see that kind
I
of
know the
bad.
story. I know the story you're talking about. Don't worry. I know the story you're
They
talking
are
about.
from
Yeah,
the real housewives,
from the Real
We're talking
Housewives.
about
Yeah, yeah.
baddies. Exactly. So imagine we have, because people are tired of shipping, right? So if they want to now give us an exciting season where, oh my God, these girls or these guys sent into the house, they're either manipulating everything or they're trying to test the patience of the guys, just literally planting seeds of discord among the guys. Because obviously, if it's an all guy season and two girls or maybe one girl is sent into the house, the guys will be fighting for who can, impress her the most. Or the girl might notice that, okay, there's a bromance going on somewhere, and then she now sows a seed of discord, that kind of thing. Because production can actually spice things up, but I don't know why they do not want to do that. So what do you think about, an all gender and all specific gender season, David?
So it's a good idea, right? In theory, it's a good idea, right? But don't remember this thing, right? Remember the sentence that when they say women supporting women, right? Then they'll add women supporting women in the mud, right? So
Mm,
you will find actually it's actually nice because you will see a lot of fights, infighting, and then if you actually do what you said, that is an icing on
mm.
the cake. If you put two guys or three guys, and we're not talking of guys that we're talking of guys that actually also are pleasing to look at,
Yes.
right? Let's I'm trying to be nice here, right? We are not talking of some kind of guys, right? So if you put
Yeah.
those kind of people there, and let's say it's 10 weeks, right? So maybe you introduce those guys like week 5 or 6. It's going to
Yes.
be a very, very uh the only thing I'm afraid of is the audience and are enablers. Let me say it again.
Mm,
The audience, the people watching the show, enable what happens in the show, right? So,
mm,
and the production listens to the audience, right? It might not be obvious. It might be a catch in. So they might not listen to them in that season. It might be that the next season is when they take the message they got from that last season to the next season, right?
mm,
But I think it's a fantastic idea to do that to spice, or maybe you just have them almost, you have a parallel thing, you know what I'm saying, where you have 2 different shows going on at the same time, 10 guys in one place, 10 girls in
mm,
one place, right? And then halfway you flip things around. You take 5 of the guys and put them there, you take 5 of the girls and you put them here, right? Or maybe you even do that after 2 weeks, right? Even if it was
mhm,
just 2 weeks of separating them and then bringing them together, so you allow 2 weeks for the girls to bond and 2 weeks for the guys to bond, right? And then
mhm,
there are not evictions in those 2 weeks, right? And then
mhm,
they now think that that's the show. Big when Ebuka does the stuff on Sunday, he does 2 separate ones, right? And each of them think that they're the only one. We're only 10 females, we're only 10 guys, right? And then on the
mm,
third week, they realize that people are coming in, and they now bring them back, all of them together. I'm telling you, that's a different
mm.
social experiment, right? So there are many ways to tweak this thing, but it still goes down
Yeah.
to if the people they've chose this season, if the 24 people they chose this season were very organic and very entertaining to begin with, Big Brother will not have to be doing things like do the gambit and all. You won't have to. You don't do. See, something that is very good, you don't have to spice it too much, right? The
Mhm,
moment you're trying to spice something too much is because ab initio from scratch, it's not very good, right? So they
mm,
they they should work on how they get people next season. If there's going to be a next season, right? The way they get those people, they should work on how they get them, because good
mhm,
products, raw material, good products, right? Bad raw
mhm,
material, bad products. That's what we're seeing here, right? And we're just
mhm.
going with the flow because it's at least it's keeping us busy, unless you want to go to the Dabota stuff you're talking about earlier, or you want to go to P Square, the P Square
Oh,
things, you're the other one, right? No, well, I know you're not. I'm just joking, right? I'm just saying that
yeah.
otherwise, it's for us to have entertainment value to it, right? You've
Mhm,
taken out Mercedes, there's no Mercedes now. We have some guys that are wasted. We have some guys that are masturbating. We have some guys that are voyeurism on the rule. We have a guy that's literally telling a guy to go on a kissing spree, and that's the only way it
yeah.
can be. It can be a man, right? An alpha male, right? And we have to redefine that, by the way. So that's what we are dealing with now, right? So
Yeah.
this is where we are now. This is how the show has come. This alpha 11 seasons. If they do a rerun of all the 10 seasons before this, and they are showing this season, they will understand how far and what they need to do. Let someone else
Mm,
speak. Yeah, thanks, Glory, for
yeah.
having me.
Thank you so much, David. By the way, there was a comment of Fifi getting excited that she finally saw your face. And I'm like, see, there we go. That's our celebrity right there. So I should let you know you are the most sought after face on this platform here. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Let's speak with Z- Zukizwa. I hope I got that right. Zukizwa, you're welcome to the conversation. How are you?
Hi, Glory. How are you?
Doing great. You're welcome.
Thank you. It's the first time that I'm speaking to you. Hi, everyone. Um,
Welcome.
Thank you. Big fan. I don't have much to say, but I've just put my 2 cents. I think the problem is, I'm kind of revealing my age now. Is okay. Maybe we need to adapt to the time.
Hmm.
They're coming to the show to be influencers, to be famous. Some
Hmm.
of them not really playing the game. So they're
Hmm.
going there to please whoever and all of that, and then we are struggling with that. That's
Yeah.
the most important thing that I'm seeing on the show. And I'm not for the ships. No, 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 please. What Trump was kind of giving me miracle OP,
Hmm.
EK, but again,
Hmm.
not
Yeah.
with the other speaker that spoke about Kemsi not dressing up and all of that.
Hmm.
Well, she is a show where she would get two men speaking about him, speaking
Hmm.
about her game, trying to put these men to fight against each other. That's a show, whether she's dressed up or not. So we've seen people dressing up and then they're not giving anything besides the dressing
Yeah.
up. Do you
Yes.
understand? So
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping for Nomi to rethink her game. I think at this
Mhm.
moment, there's one thing that you've said where she's playing a dangerous game, thinking that
Hmm.
maybe Big Brother might bring back that where people can vote her out. She'll obviously being on the chopping block. Maybe that is why she's holding back. I don't know.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
what's the other thing? Nature, I just want to see a game. I know people have careers and all of that, but put careers away when you're on the show and just play a game. I don't care
Hmm.
what money they have, what they have achieved outside. There, we just want to see game players.
Hmm.
That's my two
Hmm.
cents for now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Zukizwa. I love what you said about Kamsi, that
Mm,
whether she dresses up or not, at least she's giving us a storyline. And I think
mm,
a very interesting and important element that we should not miss out on what Kamsi has been able to achieve in such
mm,
a short period of time in the house is that on a normal day,
mm,
it will be expected that the likes of what's their name now, the two guys that Kamsi had in a corner, right? On a normal day, it would be expected that those guys would actually be chasing after someone like Nomi
True.
because of aesthetics. When it comes to aesthetics, we know that Nomi has got it more than Kamsi. Kamsi is not the dressy type. Even her wigs. Sometimes I look at her wigs and I'm like, girl, who chose this color of wig for you? It's not your color, right? So she looks the way she looks. Sometimes she's quirky. Sometimes she's just laid back as if she's at home in a living room, just lounging. She's a lazy dresser. Aesthetics
True.
is not really her thing. However, we need to acknowledge the fact that there's something that attracted those guys to her. And even though she held
Mhm.
them down for 3 weeks, she was able to hold them down for 3 weeks until both of them finally dumped her ass just this week. But she was able to hold them. She was able to capture them. She held their attention for as long as she could, and she broke their hearts because they were having a
True.
male support group where they were consoling, they were
Talking about her.
consoling each other. They were talking about her, they were consoling each other. Even Big Brother had to give her flowers, for being the resident heartbreaker. So I don't think it really matters whether she dresses to kill or whether she's wearing a Christmas cloth every day. I think what she has been able to prove is that when it comes to, I mean, she's able to prove a lot of things, but I'm just pointing out this one as an example that
Mm,
when it comes to what men are attracted to in a woman, sometimes it's not really about what she wears.
and
It could be
True.
it could be every other thing. She was able to
Yes.
prove that. Because look at
Mm.
Nomi. Nomi has the body. Nomi dresses the part. But the guys are running away from her because of her mouth, because of her character.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Mm-hmm.
running away from her. Yeah.
True, true. And it's also the one thing that's amazing about the show where we are now on week 3. I don't see a winner. I can't point out and say this one could take this money. That's amazing to see. And I'm also excited to see how is that going to unfold. Maybe on week 5, I'm going to say, no, 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 this one is taking the money. I don't know.
Mhm.
That's amazing to see. Usually it will be on week 2 where we know this one is going far. Maybe would take, maybe would not. But at this point, I don't see anyone of them taking this money.
Mm. Same thing here. I totally agree with you. I haven't seen anybody that I can point out and say, "Oh, this is the winner." But I already have ideas of people that I know will make it to top 5 or top 6 or whatever they have planned for us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wonderful contribution. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right. Okay. Let's speak with Blessing Eke. Blessing, you're welcome to the conversation. How are you? Blessing.
Good evening, Gloria Elijah.
Evening. How are you,
Good
Blessing?
evening. I'm fine.
Welcome.
I'm very good. And you? Thank
I'm
you. So, so I want to talk about Mercedes, like that eviction Sunday. It really shocked me. I didn't see that coming, but I knew that Martins, yes, he was going to get evicted because I predicted so. But for Mercedes, I didn't see that coming. I was really, really shocked. I was wow, like what the hell? But I wish her all the best. I wish her all the best. So for Ricky, I think the kind of way Ricky carried himself, I thought he was going to like give us this Adekule vibe, like this mysterious, but it's been week 3, like I'm not seeing anything. I'm like, this guy, he's just empty, he's just talking, yapping, 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 not doing anything, always complaining. I'm like, what the heck? What are you doing? Like, oh my god. And for Nomi, like I'm seriously scared for her this Sunday because I just have a feeling that she might get disqualified. I'm like, this girl, she has a good game plan. Her strategies are very nice. Being the villain of the house, making everybody not to like you, that's a good game plan. But for Big Brother, no, no, no. That is not good at all. I'm like, God, please be calming down, bring it down, bring it down. But I just pray that she should make it this Sunday. I pray for her, please. And for
Yeah.
Kamsi, I like Kamsi's strategy. I like the way she's moving, but the part I don't like is the way she keeps explaining herself. Like, do your thing, don't explain, just do your
Yeah.
thing, just keep people guessing. But the way she's always explaining herself to Chimsom Chuka and Chimsom Chuka coming to Godessa and like telling her that she's trying to play him, trying to play like guy, rest. Play your own game. Let everybody play their fucking game. Like, everybody play your game. The part that she's always explaining herself, can't see, I don't like it. Like, just play your game. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Just do your thing and let the viewers vote. Let the viewers be entertained. That's
Yeah.
just it. And for Bells and Yusuf, like that ship is definitely going to crash. Like this, their charades they are doing. Like I'm like, the viewers, we are not dumb. Today, this one will say we didn't do anything. The girl will say we did. Like, hi, what is this? Please, 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 enough. Hold it right there. Like, was so far so good. They've been entertaining, although the shipping is too much. Like for Nomi, she should just stay on her own. Like she can actually survive on her own, not trying to form a ship with Cassie. Like the girl is good on her own, but apart from the disrespect to Big Brother, she's good on her own. And Trump as well. Trump is also good on his own. Not this Demi ship thing. He should just rethink it. He should not even go in because I think it's going to spoil his game. He should just stand on his own. The way he's trying to like scatter ships, that's good. That will be okay like that. So that's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
You're welcome.
thank you for your
Thank you.
contribution. Given that
Thank
you're
you.
not the only one who even gets frustrated when these housemates are explaining themselves, For me, I
Yeah.
like it when people have so much audacity that they do whatever they want to do and they don't explain. And that was why when
Yes.
Big Brother asked Timmy during a diary session that, okay, let me paraphrase what Biggie had said. He was asking her if she didn't think it was hypocritical to expect people to apologize to you, but then you do not say sorry as well. And then she said, well, Big Brother, it means I'm a hypocrite then. So she chested it. She owned it with her full
Yes.
chest that she's a hypocrite. So I like people like that. But
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, Kamsi likes to, explain, and trying to
Yeah.
convince people.
Like
But then this is just part of our game. All right.
maybe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Blessing. A pleasure speaking with you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's speak with the last speaker for today. It's Frances. Frances.
Hi, Glory.
Hello, Frances. You're welcome to the conversation. I was trying to
Thank
pronounce your
you.
name properly.
Yeah, today you got it right, Francis.
Nice. You're welcome.
Thank you. This week they almost butchered us on X for stating the obvious. When we said Shiba was sabotaging Nature's reign, they almost butchered us. But thank God, when Nature went to the diary room, she stated it herself. So
Hmm.
I was on X, I was on your page, and they were butchering us. I was like, "Yay! Today I'm on the table with Glory."
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
So
I
annoying.
want to touch on Timmy and her godmother's part. I just want to convince myself that the only reason why they are caving for Timmy is because they don't want what happened in Ilibaye's season to happen again. You know, in Ilibaye's season, she was also playing the role of I'm the baby, I don't know what I'm doing, but then she will poke them and then watch them burn. So I believe maybe, just maybe, for the benefit of the
Hmm.
doubt, maybe they've realized that that is the game she wants to play. So anytime she starts to feel like the house is against her, people are trying to come for her and all that, they try to pacify her. Other than
Hmm.
that, then they are being idiots, sorry to say, because I don't see why you have to baby someone you all auditioned for. This you all auditioned for the same grand prize. So I don't see why you have to come on the show and instead of you to play your game, you are there babying people. I don't see. So I just want to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they've seen through what she's doing and they just want to calm things down whenever she is trying to play like the house is against her and the house is trying to bully her and all of that.
Hmm.
And then my love Mercedes left on Sunday. It pained me so much because the on Saturday I told you guys that I really loved Mercedes. I voted for her, but I think she didn't get votes, or maybe she was so smart she figured the gambit thing out. So I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know. I just want to believe that people didn't vote for her because if it's coming from production, then it's not good. It's not right. And then with Neche and the Shiba and Godessa, I feel like they are jealous of Neche or they are intimidated by Neche. You know, I did leadership postgrad, so Nature's style of leadership is like the soft power type of leadership.
Yep.
She she is very soft in commanding people to do things. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't necessarily have to like have this masculine um demeanor to command or gather or care for people. Just like she said, her style is more like caring for people, and that is one of the most effective way to lead people.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when they realize that she is getting things done, even though she is not necessarily being hard, like they are proving themselves to be like the boss lady kind of vibe, they feel like this babe got it all because she's nice, she's beautiful, she gets the attention, and they thought that maybe she was too soft to actually get things done. And so they were trying so hard to sabotage it, but to God be the glory. I'm really happy Big Brother saw what they did and then decided to give them the win. I feel like Big Brother just gave them the win because of nature and Sultex, but
Mm.
their performance it wasn't nice. Like it wasn't nice. I could see the efforts Salters put into it, and the fact that they all stressed nature out. I feel like that was the reason why Big Brother gave the win to them. And also when nature went to the diary room, remember Big Brother said the house is looking exceptionally clean. So I feel like she's really getting things done in her own soft and calm way, which is really enviable. If like you have the perception that you have to be like the tough boss lady to actually get things done, but someone can be just this soft and fragile and all of that and still
Mhm.
get the results that you have to mask um this masculine energy type of thing. I feel like they are intimidated and envious of her. And
Mm.
again, I feel like production needs to, I don't know, maybe they need to do something because the show is becoming boring. I hate these ships. I don't know one interesting ship in the house. Godessa and Saga, um, Godessa and
Not you
Ozo,
mentioning boring and
Godessa.
remembering Saga's name. Now,
Godessa and Ozokum's a saga. Godessa's relationship is so irritating to watch. Whenever they come on my screen, I feel like just smashing my TV. Like they are so
honestly.
Araga is so irritating to watch. I mean, you are a very nice guy. You are a very clean, like very clean, nice guy. I feel like if I were Araga and I saw what Godessa was doing with Barry yesterday, I wouldn't have said anything. I would just move and try to play along. I also find some nice, cool babe and start talking and building connections with the person. And then in the
Mm.
evening, we'll go and sleep in one bed. If you bring it up, then yeah, if you bring it up, so then you will create like a four. I don't know if it will be a square or a rectangle, but whichever way, there will be other parties in the relationship, and it wouldn't be like Odessa has the power in the relationship. The relationship is so
Mm.
annoying to watch, honestly,
Very.
and I feel like Big Brother should do something about it. Maybe in their next season, they should state that this season, ships is forbidden. So even if you have the urge to be with someone, you can't because it's stated in like something. I mean,
Mm.
you see that organizations where you can't date someone in the organization, but you'll be in and then you feel like you really have this connection with someone. You'll be hiding to do things and all of that. I don't know, maybe that can even spice things up, or I don't know, but I feel like he should do something because at this point it's just the fourth we are getting to the fourth week and people are already tired of the show already. So maybe he should introduce new people. I don't know, maybe evict about 8 of them and bring new people. Like he should do
Oh my days. You're
evict
just
about
calling figures.
So evict about 8 people and bring new people in because at this point there are some people in there we don't know what exactly they are contributing to the show other than just being in the house and just be dragging their feet, raising their neck up in the sky, throwing their heads back and walking as if they own the house. i.e. Ricky. I don't know what Ricky is doing in I don't know what Ricky is doing in that house. I wish I can be in that house on Sunday and drag him out, whether or not he is being evicted. I really want to drag Ricky out of that house because I don't know what he's doing. Ricky strike me like as someone who can match up to Yemi Craig. When I saw him, I thought he was going to play um a role like Yemi Craig or something, but he came in and up till now, I don't know what he's doing. Just being
All
rejected by
right.
the women.
All right.
So yeah, let me
All
end
right.
it here. And
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Francis.
all right, Glory.
That was
All
really
right,
hilarious. Thank you so much
all
for
right.
your wonderful contribution. Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've actually had a day, in this conversation, and I really appreciate every single one of you. Um, and I mean, I can't wait to see what this housemate would deliver tonight, during, and after the party. I really do hope that with all the tension in the house, that they give us a show. All right, they give us a show. But anyways, back to you, amazing folks. Thank you all so much for your time. Thank you so much for joining the conversation today, as you always do. I appreciate all of you. I am grateful for your commitment and your contributions to this community. You have no idea how important you are. If you know, let me tell you again, you're very important in this community and to this community, to every single person that contributed to the conversation, either by vocalizing your contributions or by engaging the conversation in the comment section. I cherish you. Thank you so much for your time and for your involvement. Thank you so much. To the silent viewers, the silent listeners, wherever you're listening from, whichever platform, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time and your contribution to the growth of this community. To those of you who are newly signed on as members to my YouTube channel, thank you so much for signing on to my channel membership. I am grateful to all of you. Thank you so, so much for adding life to the existence of this platform. I am grateful. And to Fifi, I saw all your gifts and I am so grateful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for your generosity. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we will meet again on my videos. I'm going to be uploading videos tomorrow morning as usual after the party. So I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section when I do. If you're yet to like this live stream, please, wherever you're watching from, kindly like the live stream. It is free to like. All right. Every time I say it is free, you don't believe me, please go and Google it. You will see that it is free to like a live stream. I'm not earning a dime as you like. So please just like. All right, just like. Yeah. What else? Oh, that's all. That's all. This is where we're going to end today's conversation. I look forward to seeing all of you again next week, Saturday, when we'll get to interact like this again. Once again, my apologies for not showing my face. I can't even tell you guys what happened today. It was just so chaotic, but thank God that you heard my voice. That is what really matters. So thank you for your understanding. I will see you all on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Once again, and as I'll always tell you all, make sure you enjoy your evening, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and have a fantastic rest. All right? Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.